cease to perform. They cease. Finish. The person is dead. So I liken it to IPOB. When you tune in Radio Biafra London, and you hear whether direct or old broadcast, as long as the radio is on, you see people in your various units. You call, maybe your coordinator and answer you. You say IPOB or say one family. Know that there are many things that are complexities upon complexities of things that are working on the ground that is making us being afloat, talking and breathing and pushing on. You understand? So you shouldn't be discouraged. Our leader is still in the enemy dungeon. He must be released. I used to say, our leader must be released. Though the enemies are trying to discourage us, the enemies are born in illegality. They thrive in illegality because our leader is now illegally detained. But we must continue. Therefore, without taking much time, there is something I want to read. Please. There is something before Mazi Chinasa joins me. Is no more new news. A day ago since yesterday that Ike Ekweremadu organ trafficking plot, politician and wife guilty. Ike Ekweremadu is an Igbo politician. You know, whatever they do, they receive the recompense. You know, I never see for example, a Senate president or a Senate speaker of a country being in jail in another country, no matter what. Because there are diplomacies. But let me say this, because I will read something. There is something I want to bring in here. If you tell Ike Ekweremadu that is it Ochiagandi Enugu or Ndibo, I don't know, that he will be languishing in jail by a small boy, by a small consequence to his criminal act. You know, the man. I think some time ago they said they want to seize his whether 40-something properties abroad. Somebody that have this type of money, very rich, but they cannot legally, I say legally, purchase kidney, maybe of between $60,000 to $80,000. Not that they don't have the money. You know, I want to bring out something here. You know, it will continue until that small thing, before you know, is gone. That is what him and the wife, with one other doctor. He's a Nigerian doctor. I think Igbo Biafran, based in the UK. Is him. I want to say, let me read a bit. Look at Ike Ekweremadu now being somebody that in Nigeria you can never talk about, even you can't jail him. But an Igbo man anyway. Do you think that if he's a Fulani person, do you think that they will not, one way or the other, use Nigeria full-weight diplomacy in order to bring him out? Do you see in Nigeria setting, Biafrans are taken as slaves. Both their politicians. The only thing the Igbo politicians or Biafran politicians of Biafran extraction are doing is they are being disturbed by this, what our brother described as psychology of the oppressed. They want to be more powerful against their own people. When raw egg was thrown against this Ekweremadu in Germany, I think 2020. Rightly so. to ask a question, to ask him, tell him that, look, you cannot go and be eating yam in Germany, whereas our people are dying in hunger during the COVID time. And he only that he must destroy IPOB. Let me tell you, that was the rise of, he sponsored the rise of the infiltrators you saw. He sponsored it. Because he have to prove as an Igbo man. He cannot prove anything to Fulani. But a fellow Igbo person, hey, but he's rotting in jail today. Not only him, the wife and the doctor, not only your child, an Igbo doctor, I believe so. If I'm wrong, please you correct me. That is eating on them. That is how, when you see all these people, many of them, when you talk about IPOB, they start telling you, no, Nigeria they are in America, they are in Europe. They'll tell you, no, Nigeria is, they represent Nigeria very well. They are proud of Nigeria. Many of them are agents of Nigeria politicians in different fields, anywhere they are, in Germany, in Spain, in Italy, in United Kingdom, in America, in Canada. That is how they make their own money also. Can you imagine that this doctor, the doctor knew that what Ekwemado is doing is criminal acts in London. And he helped him. Because after he's looking for the money and the contact he's getting, that is how maybe after with that contact, he will float one fake company in Nigeria and they will give him one contract which he will not do. And they divide the money, they share the money. That is how they are. I want to read a bit, please, because this is what I want to bring in. Today, Ekwemado is a prisoner in a foreign land. They control his door. Oh, yeah, go inside. Oh, you are what? Oh, you are a senator in Nigeria. How was the zoo? Please go inside and talk. He will start knocking or press a bell. Please, I need can you give me coffee here? Please, I want to go and take sunlight if there is any. They'll tell him, wait, when your time comes, when the time to open your door. Do you see how this world is? If our people should understand that things like this can happen, and you become like any other person, why shouldn't they represent our people in their services? Let me read a bit, please. Senator Ike Ekwemado 60, his wife Beatrice 56, and Dr. Obinna Obeta. Obinna Obeta 50 we are convicted of conspiring to exploit the man for his kidney in the first such case under modern slavery laws. Do you see that? Obeta. These are people. Maybe when you talk about Bia, we tell you, had it been the Obeta, had it been this problem didn't occur, maybe that Obeta will be organizing for PDP in his maybe, I don't know, his area, whether Manchester or any part of London or London in general. You don't know that they had dealings, and that is what they are always what they want. On London, is a doctor. You don't know that they are dealing from Ekwemado. If Ekwemado succeed, you will connect him to another person, and they'll bring another person to exploit him from Nigeria. Poor fellow. That here's I will get you visa to London. We agree on anything, on everything he's been told, because he want to run away from hellfire. And that is what United Kingdom. This is where law works. It doesn't matter what they understand what law is, because without law you cannot run a country. They understand that purely these people, they want to exploit the guy, because the guy doesn't even have money for even traveling by road, talk less of entering flights and getting visa. So they exploit. That is exploitation. That is exploitation. That is what Britain, their law. That is what they look. Something they do in Nigeria, anytime if it's in Nigeria, he can order for this guy to be slaughtered and even the kidney removed and put inside the cooler. Nothing will happen to him. They are the owners of co-owners of Nigeria. Nothing will happen to him because there is a place. If I read it down, I don't want to continue reading. He said that the doctor told the Kuremado that look, when he want to call, he said this guy is too young. The guy was hesitating. Kuremado shouted him. He said, "If you cannot do it, I will bundle you to Nigeria, and I will do it for you. I will remove it by force there." That was when the guy ran away. Fear. First of all, taking him back to Nigeria, because you know that if he go back to Nigeria, they are no more going to do him surgical or slaughter. They will slaughter him as they used to. They will call Okozu SARS. They do it as they used to do others. Slaughter him before he dies, before the organs die. They will remove what they want and finish, and he's gone. And they will throw him in the dustbin as others, because Ekuremadu is God against his people. But look at, he is not on the Nimogba. Some people, I read some people say they sentence him, but I never really see it. So I cannot comment on that. But what I know is that he has been convicted. He has been convicted. Now, he will be waiting for his sentencing if it's not done yet. You understand? So, this is if these people understand this, they should mellow down. They should understand that even the Nigeria they are defending is not there for them, because they are Biafrans. They are Biafrans. Do you see how they captured Okorocha during his own saga? Okorocha, just like a rat. They knock on the door, they cannot open. Now they have to pass through the roof, and they took him like a little rat. If these people should understand that, look, they should be defending their people. It doesn't matter how hard it is. Now, when it comes to some certain things, the people will rise up for them. But look at a person like that. Nothing. Just a criminal, a simple criminal. 2023 election went. He didn't even know. Maybe he would be reading it from the jail. Or now, the whole money escaped him, and the caliphate will even phone London and tell them, hey, they will send them signal, say that man, if you want safe, kill him there. Nanyamani, leave him. That is the very sad and pathetic, the pathetic part of it. Will these people understand? If they know, they will be supporting IPOP. I'm telling you, that is where the caliphate is more knowledgeable than them. That is where the caliphate is more knowledgeable than them. Now, this or better, the doctor. We have many of them in that UK, in America, in every part of Europe. They are eating and dining with Nigerian politicians, and that is it. They don't care. That's why when you talk about liberating our people, they don't give a damn. They don't give a toss, because they are working hand in hand with politicians. It doesn't matter where they are. They are working hand in hand with the politicians. You understand? And you will not know, both male and female. You understand me? During the election, they will gather and start supporting one party or the other abroad, wherever they are. In America, there are many of them. In Europe, there are many of them. You don't know that they are co-criminals with the politicians. Some of them are money laundering agents. Some of them, if you have a politician that you can be an agent, you go between, you get a house for him abroad. Do you know what it means? How many millions of dollars you are making? That is the reason why when you talk about Biafra to some people in they will tell you, I beg, Nigeria is we'll get it better with it. No. It's like this doctor who better. They have contact. Why didn't Kuremado hire normally? If he's sick and he goes to London, is he being treated by a Nigerian doctor? But when he's committing illegal act, he contact his contact, and he pays him handsomely. There are many of them, different ways. Housing agent, Mandi, Ashawo agent. And when they are politicians go abroad, how they are not contact. Or no how we put our home wine or they stand by in a hotel. Just that is their job. If you tell them about the suffering of our people, they say, no, Nigeria is high. No. This is what they do. Oh, better is in jail. He said that doctor is there. If you don't know, if he's not exposed, tomorrow we call Radio Biafra and start talking rubbish, or you will be on Facebook, start talking rush. That IPOB, no, or not castigate IPOB. He don't know that he has secret dealings with the Nigerian politicians. That's why he's saying so. I think we will continue. Okay, I'm now joined by Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Without taking any more time, I'm now joined by Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Please, we must continue in this hallowed platform. This is an interactive session of 24th March 2023. Obochimko, Mazi Chinasa Nworu, welcome to the program. Please go on.
Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, Ndewo Nwa Chineke. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State and Middle East Rep. This evening, I've come to you people for us to continue in our interactive program to clarify. We must continue to clarify certain things to Biafrans. We must continue to educate our people. We must continue to inform our people. And I hope today that I'm on air, today is 24th, I'm right, 24th of March,
yes.
2023. And I hope many people are listening. Like you said in the beginning of the program, Abia not supposed to be speaking this evening, but we are not meeting up. And I hope in a couple of days, it will be back on air. Also, Mazi Chinedu, I heard when you pointed some issues about Ms. Shiva's people who were talking about radios. Whenever radio come back, they blackmail people. Let me make it very, very clear. We do not have any excuse to fail because we started this struggle with nothing. We started from zero. And today we even have something we can lay our shoulder. So for us giving an excuse that we could not do this or that, we have every plan. We want to make sure, if you ask the way the DOS want it, we even want Radio Biafra to speak where it was not speaking before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition. I know now, as I said this, people will start fighting the DOS. They want to put radio everywhere. You understanding me? They will start saying they want to. Like I just said it now, that the DOS want to make sure that every nook and cranny of Biafra land has a Radio Biafra. People will go, they will go for fight now. They will go to lie. Some will go to tell lie for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they want to, you understand me, take over and become everything. But anyway, we have a more serious issue this evening. And I will say, Biafrans, for those who are not hearing us, maybe you are not close to any radio FM, but we encourage you. It is very cheap if you can listen Radio Biafra through the app. It's very, very cheap. Most of you spend a lot of money on alcohol. Also, you spend a lot of money in eating. Sometimes when you hear some information, it will uplift you, it will give you hope, it will give you a sense of direction, especially in these difficult times in Nigeria. For those of you who are saying, a lot of talk, we must always address certain issues. Certain issues of when blackmail, they said in English or in Igbo language, that's an then in English, it's no, when the handshake passes the elbow, it becomes a different thing. Radio Biafra will be speaking anywhere. We are working on them seriously. But we don't want blackmail against principal officers who do not have anything to do with this radio. They have no power over the radio. We don't want our people to blackmail those who have devoted themselves. They devoted themselves not today, not yesterday, or these people have done something unimaginable at a certain point in time in this struggle. And I don't mind to mention names. Bright Chimezie, when he was in charge, I said when he was in charge of the radio, and when the Nigerian DSS adopted him, even with Chidebere, down to Ikechukwu Onoha, they never in their life sabotaged Radio Biafra. Ikechukwu Onoha, the Biafra land coordinator, has been to jail 2 times. And during this time, he did not sabotage the Radio Biafra radio, the one he knew. Not now because he don't know much again. He didn't sabotage it. All this time, Radio Biafra in Aba had a problem, a very serious problem, because this is a transmitter we bought in 2016. It has gone through many technical issues, repairs, born because of like electricity problem, everything. I mean, that radio was going to technician every now and then. We spend a lot of money. And when Onyendu was renditioned, that particular radio, we spent much money on it, trying to fix it. It became more weaker and weaker as we spend money. Then the leadership decided that no, we're gonna get a brand new transmitter. And because we lack the fund, the leadership, IPOB, DOS, are not in, apart from those who say in the finance, we are not in the position of finance to do certain things we want to do. But we thank Chukwu Kikabiama. Because we heard the cry of people every day. Radio is not speaking. This person have off it. This person have done this. And thank Chukwu Kikabiama, we have started this journey. And everywhere in Biafra land, not even a smaller, thank Chukwu, we are bringing the bigger transmitters. And we have plans in every other places. Radio Biafra will cover, because something is coming. Nigeria is disintegrating. We must continue to inform our people. Because as people are going to come down to the east, some of them have been living in the north without much information. Some are in Lagos without not knowing nothing that is happening. Most of the stories they talk about this Biafra struggle is the one they hear from people where they are discussing in the marketplace. They have no witness. Most of them have not listened to the message. We know they will be coming back. And there is a need that Radio Biafra, so that they won't use these people that are coming back to become another set of people that will cause unnecessary crisis because of ignorance. That is why Radio Biafra must be everywhere. Mazi Chinedu, I will continue to talk a little bit on radio, about this Radio Biafra, for our people to understand the mission of Radio Biafra. Because most time, people thought this is where, like everybody know, Mazi Chinedu, everybody know, Ayana Basaga, Radio Biafra. It is a serious business. It is not a place we want to maintain, because when Mazi Nandekano set up this radio, he said Radio Biafra is in defense of freedom. That is why you don't see adverts. Because people have come, make advertisement on the radio. We said no, strictly for freedom, for the Biafran people. But for those who don't still know, who are asking the mission of Radio Biafra, let me refresh their mind that the mission of Radio Biafra is only one. The only purpose for the existence of Radio Biafra is to set a largely misinformed public free from the twin evil of tyrannical rule of cabals, of ill-educated, institutional, corrupt men and women that sponsored killings directed against Christian Southerners living in Nigeria by terrorists operating in the name of Islam. It will is also serving to articulate a solution for the plight of the impoverished and confused Biafran families abandoned by their leaders in Nigeria to a fate worse than those endured by black slaves in the plantation in America. That is the main purpose of Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra formed, Mazi Nandekano set up this Radio Biafra, I think April 12th, I think 2009, when this thing started. This Radio Biafra started the Enlightenment. Therefore, we must not deviate from what the purpose of Radio Biafra, what Radio Biafra is meant for. If every one of us will make sure you support, download Radio Biafra app in your telephones, download IPOB community radio in your telephones. That is the main purpose. We created those apps for people who cannot be able to receive it on FM to download them on their phones. It costs you nothing. The world is moving. Do not remain in the analog. Whether you like it or not, the world has moved on. Whether you want to download or don't want to download, you are missing everything that is happening. That is the world we are in now. This is not the time for standing on the newspaper stand to read news. That time has gone. This is not the time to go to beer parlor and they make unnecessary argument. That time have gone. You have the radio in your hand. If you are not listening through the FM, you can listen through the app. You can listen with your families. We must make sure that we listen to Radio Biafra. That is why many people don't want to even listen. They depend on, lies and blackmail. Just the one Chinasa have done this. They take it from there.
Gossip.
Dozier have done this. They take it from there. They don't even verify. They now, do you understand me? Find their own way to narrate the story, to blackmail, and for no reason. And after they have done all this, it becomes so difficult to return back. Mazi, had there been people are listening to Radio Biafra? Somebody told me, it's one of these stupid people that have, they try to destroy this struggle. At the time, he said, had it been you people were coming to the Radio Biafra to talk to us, we will not be deceived. Mazi, are we not, since Mazi Nandekano was renditioned, kidnapped and renditioned, is the leadership not coming on air to explain what they know and everything they know about? We are always coming. We are always coming here to clarify certain things. But I know that is how some of them behave. They have Radio Biafra in their hand. For example, I will give you an example so that we can go to the main topic of the day. There was somebody, there is no need to call his name, but maybe most of you hear him gallivanting on social media. He called himself, I don't know, he's in that Latin America area. Very haggard, church rat. I don't know where he comes out from. This is somebody in 2020, during the COVID lockdown. During the lockdown, the COVID period, Onyendu was doing a program. As Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing a program, because most of us used to be in the background there are many people, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is making program, there are people who stays in the background to follow things up. And somebody called, that was from Argentina, during the lockdown. And when he called, he spoke that day. After the program, I was talking with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I told him, Onyendu, there is somebody that called you from Argentina today. We don't have a family in Argentina. Do you remember the number that called you from Argentina? Let me follow his issue and see if a family can be started in Argentina. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told me, okay, he will look at all the calls. There used to be too many calls. He said he will look at all the calls, then he will give it to me. That was how he gave me the number. And I followed that issue up in Argentina. I called the guy. I told him, you just called Radio Biafra. He explained himself a little bit. You know how we used to set up family? I told him, fine and good, that I will hand you over to somebody in South America. I'm telling you, Mazi, 2020. I'm not telling you 2019, 18, 2020. I think it's ending even 2020. Before then, the following year, or even 2021, if I'm not mistaken, it's around 2021. It's not 2020. 2021, but early 2021. That is somebody, I picked his call. I handed him over to Mazi Nachi in South America. Somebody who don't even know the code of conduct of IPOB. He has not even been integrated in IPOB. They have not even been recognized. This is somebody they just said, okay, start to organize people, start to put, that is the person. Since they arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they adopted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is the hooligan that is moving around talking rubbish about the leadership of IPOB, about the command and control of IPOB, talking all kind of rubbish. Those kind of people, they are very lucky. And we will never forget or forgive this kind of people. I'm making it very clear on radio. Because these are people intentionally, like you said, Mazi, at the beginning of this program, how politicians have, Mazi, these infiltrators, most of them, many of our people who are in abroad today, they were sent by politicians.
Of course.
You remember when Rocha Sokrocha was in government? Most of the boys doing Yahoo. What he did was they were paying 1 point something, 2 million. We raised this issue also during the time Rocha Sokrocha was in office. He will gather them. They will say they are going for trade conference. He make visa for all of them, charter aeroplane. He will carry them, dump them in Turkey. Turkey was his destination. He will dump them in Turkey. Some of them will bring them to Dubai. They were dumping. You see the head of infiltrator, this infiltrator over there. Who sent him abroad? It was Samebu. It was during the time of Samebu. Was when Samebu won, they do political, this is Samebu. It was he is among the group Samebu sent outside. So why won't they work for the politician when the time reach? These are people who gave them life. These are people who managed to send them abroad. They are their boys. When you see some of them talking, don't be shocked. So why I'm making this clarification, and I'm saying it, please, all media warriors, our independent media warriors, all of you, do not give your platform to these foolish people. I am making it very clear. Ikenguruago, Metusela Chineke, IPOB Rapture Media, all of you that do not give your platform to these stupid people. We don't want to hear anything from them. There is nothing. What are they going to tell us? Tell us about IPOB? The one they knew or the one they don't know? Somebody in South America, this was a guy, whether he was in Ecuador or where, before he got to Argentina. At the end of the day, 2021, if you see where he's talking about IPOB, you start to wonder who dropped this conspiracy theory for them. Who is telling? That is what sometimes when you look at the way our people talk, you will say, how did God created these people called Igbos? I have seen people that you see our people, these are some of them are those the white people look at and say, no, the black man is a devil. It is the behavior of our people. Because you see them lying. Maybe somebody you spoke to once, only once.
And they lie with confidence, as if...
Mazi, once. People you spoke to once or twice, they will tell you your story like as if you understanding me, what you discuss with them. This is really, really horrible. And that is what I am addressing. We are in a very strategic period. Please, IPOB media. Yes, sometimes certain things may be happening. Somebody may not have time to communicate this very widely. The time is supposed. But many attention has brought to me. I mean, people have brought this issue to the leadership. And also the issue of this Christianity argument. Please, the time we are in, we need to select our fight. We are in a very critical situation. We don't want our people to be penetrated again or infiltrated again through the Nigerian DSS with topics that are irrelevant at this particular moment. Let me make this thing very clear. Irrespective of the knowledge we have acquired, there is nobody here. We are all born in all this generation fighting for the freedom of Biafra. We were born during this Christianity generation. We all came from a Christian family, whether we like it or we don't like it. In as much as we have become aware that most of the teaching were wrong, we are not going to fight it like them, because people, it has become a faith. It has become something they believe in. It has become what people believe in. People must believe. Mazi Chinasa made it very clear here that when Biafra comes, any religion you want, you can worship. Can we be able, before he says that, he had a reason. He knows. Do you understand me? That is the only way people can live in peace. We go to Israel. Every religion, they are there. Christians are there, Muslims are there, Jews are there. Whatever we are doing on air is not going to solve any problem, because when Biafra comes, our constitution will supersede all these things. The country will be ruled by a law and not by religious beliefs. We are not going to allow Biafra to be ruled by religious beliefs. No. We must be able to draft constitutions, laws, based on our life experience, on our difficulties, things we have experienced. That is the only way out from all these religious. And when there is a strong law, all these religious things, they will be kept as, they will become secondary. Please, everybody should focus on what is in our hand. And what is that? That is the issue we want to discuss this evening. That is the return. We are calling our people to return back to Biafra land. And that is the topic. And as we open up this topic, we expect people to call in, give your suggestions. That is why we don't want an issue where the enemies are gathering against us and they want to divert our attention. People do not understand. There is one burden that has been taken away from us: the political problem. Now, Nigeria have met who is like them, because it is among them he will bring somebody who will drag them. Now they are dragging it out on the political circle. They have given us an opportunity to do many other things. Before they come out from there, we will know how far we have gone. I have said it. We set the trap, they fall inside. That is trap number one. We will set the second trap, they will fall inside. Because we must give a job for the enemy to be doing. Without setting a trap for the enemy, there is no way. It's not that when we set, or some of you, after 1 or 2 days, you didn't hear anything, you start problems, nothing is happening. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This is the way we must behave now. Is not the way we behaved 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5. Things are changing. The world politics is changing. We must focus and see where things. Have you ever heard in Nigerian politics where America, Britain, they try difficultly to say no, this election? What they have been doing it for many years, for decades. It's the British that taught them how to rig election. How did it become possible? Because they know IPOB is there watching. They know we are talking. They know we have exposed them, that now they will show the world how hypocrite they are. If they move ahead and say, oh, this election is free and fair, thanks to social media, thanks to, for the first time in the history, you see the British ambassador was trying to tell you people, accept it and move forward. Accept what? Accept what? Some of them have come, it is the wish of God. It is not the wish of God. Now, we have given them an assignment. They have fallen in that trap. And that trap, they must continue to be walking on that side. While we have time to strategize, to defend our land, and welcome our people back to Biafra land. Don't think we will continue to fight. There is a time to fight, a time to build, a time to talk. It is very, very important in what we are doing. And don't just think. Let me tell you, when Biafra comes, will you continue fighting? You won't continue fighting. You will change your strategy, start to bring up ideas. There will be a time everybody will be mobilized, like what we are doing now. Mobilize our people to come home. Don't blame them. Don't accuse them. From the beginning. Condition bend there. All of them did not move out willingly. It is a policy. It is the Nigerian policy that drove many of them away from our region. It's not something of today. This is something after the Civil War. So we should not expect that something happens. Some will come back. Some will think. That is why consistency is the key. If we continue being consistent, not after we talk today, tomorrow we forget about it, people returns back. Therefore, Mazi Chinedu, I think we go into that particular topic so that it will be very, very interactive.
In this topic, Mazi, because there are people's different opinions. Yes, our people are in different parts of the zoo, including in the diaspora. Everybody, we're talking, we are victims. Yes. Now, there are some mistakes that we are done by our people, by us generally, I should say. Because when our people traveled out and ewere na alabotu. You know, we didn't travel. What I mean, we, us, averagely, we didn't travel with our brain intact. Why did I say that? If we did, we would be doing what many of us in the diaspora would be doing. Yes, first of all, you may establish in a biggie first. You know, some people in the diaspora will Biafrans, some of us, some people have their houses even outside Biafra land. But let me call it collectively, the Nigerian setting, as our country. Let me put it like that, in this context. In anything, you will buy. But in our people, we took over that we are all Nigerians to the extent that our brains, we are no more there. You see that some people even have buildings, have mansions in Kano, in Lagos, in any other part of Nigeria. Mansions they don't have even in their own. No, I'm not saying now in their village. I mean in their own area. Because you can start from you can have an establishment in Aba, in any part of Biafra land, no problem. You know? So, this has now become a very big, very huge problem. And when you are telling people, come back, sometimes when you view it in another way, not be everybody say, okay, they are Nigerians. Now, why should everybody now come back? Is there any way to make people say, okay, do something where you are, wherever you are? We have millions of our people in Lagos, in Kano, in Kaduna. If people can Liobi, where investments and landed properties in all this area, Liobi, defense. They defend our people that don't want to come back. So, because that is some point of view of some people, which when you look at it also, as long as okay, Nigeria, we are Biafrans, yes, but still, per se, we are part of Nigeria. Now, how do you see it, and how do you say it to people? Because of these different points of view, when you say people start coming, look, the zoo, when they say that our people are coming, they will increase checkpoints on the road, even in our land, so that to discourage people, there will be criminalities. Police and army will start doing things, and in order to discourage our people and say, oh, nah, so Mazi, please, in these different perspectives of people, because that is what we experience. People come and put their voices, and when you look at all these voices, they are sounding credible. Over to you, Mazi.
Mazi Chinasa, thank you so much. Mazi, let me start from here. Today we need to, we will say how it started. Mazi, do you know why in schools, why Nigeria start to, they taught us in school that we are Southeasterners in Nigeria rather than Biafrans? You know why? In the school, when we are growing, everybody, they use this, I am South-South, I am Southeast. Even before the creation of South-South, they call us Southeasterners. Do you understand me? This thing is Nigerian government deliberately, they want to destroy our Biafran identity, steal our resources. They don't want us to know about Biafra, because after they have killed us over 3.5 million, they are making every move. Do you understand me? To sweep that history under the carpet. It did not start today. It is these things you mentioned. This is something we want to break one after the other. Now, after the Civil War, our people with their 20 pounds, they've moved out. As I can tell you also, some of them have lost their root. Many of them have lost their root.
Yes.
And that we must put this into consideration. Maza, we give you an example. Before Ambazonia moved their capital from Enugu to is it Bua? You understand me? To Bua. You know, there were people, our people, this Anambra area where there used to be erosion before even independence, before even the Civil War. There were people who live in that Aguilera side, all this Anambra area, heavy erosion. And because of this so much erosion, Nigerian government at that time relocated some of our people down towards the Ambazonia axis because of much erosion. And those erosion, you can still see them in that area. Mazi, many of them who were sent towards that axis, today they are Ambazonians. That is why you see some names from Ambazonia, like I have said it on here. If you ask Ambazonian, they can confirm this. 70%, 65 to 70% indigenous Ambazonians, they speak Igbo language. It is very difficult in the family of any Ambazonian. In their family, you can't go each family in Ambazonia, you won't see an Igbo blood or somebody who bears an Igbo name. It is very difficult. Mazi, I'm hearing some sound like something happened last time.
Mazi, I don't know. I wonder. Okay, let me remove the charger. Is it okay now?
Maybe. I think it's better. It is getting better. I don't know what's used to make that sound. Anyway, so Mazi, now those people who have moved towards that Ambazonia side, Mazi, many of them, they can't, they hear. I met some of them who told me that he wished to visit Aguilera because they said that is where they come from. He said once one of his senior brother had visited that area. We must put these things into consideration, that many of our people have lost. Mazi, if you go to Equatorial Guinea today, we remember for some people who have forgotten, Equatorial Guinea is where they say Panya, Panya, that time. Even though we were very small, we used to hear Nde Agara Panya. More than up to, let me say, 300 to 500,000 Equatorians, they are of Igbo descent, from Arochukwu, from Mbise. These were people who went there also during the plantation work, and many of them settled there, and they have become, they are Igbos. Now, Mazi, it is because we are in one big circle in Nigeria. That's why we are not seeing that there are some of our people who have moved to the north. They have lost their roots. And I'm telling
Mazi, also to add to your, account, there are people during the war, children that were flown to whether Gabon, Tanzania, and Ivory Coast. After the war, it's only after our own war that no record, no recognition of bringing back people. If those people, I lose a chair, everybody on your own, know. You might see your fellow brother. You will not even know it. You'll be calling him a Tanzanian, a Gabonese. You don't know that is your from your lineage. Go.
Yes. So why I give these examples is for us to understand that the same type of people you see in the north, let me say in Ambazonia, in Equatorial Guinea, we have the same people also in Yoruba land. We have the same people also in the northern part of Nigeria. We should not make this mistake. And some of them, they won't tell you the truth, that they have lost their roots. Are you understanding me? Some of them will never open their mouth and tell you the truth. Mazi, I'm giving you an example. When I was in Maiduguri, I have a big uncle, let me take it like that, a big uncle from our family distant. We heard that their mom took them, okay? Took them during the Civil War and left with a military, an Awusa guy. When they took them at that young age, they were very small. and the mother was taken by Hausa military. Do you understand me? And they moved to the north. Now, we didn't know about them, but only in the family, people were remembering there is somebody called Uche, that the mother took her in the hand, and during that civil war, the Northerners, they adopted the woman with the kids. He moved to the north. Now, around 1997, 1998, I was in Maiduguri. I tried to trace him, and one of our big sister who was there also, married to somebody from Idoma. From her, I started to ask her. He told me that his brother is around. You know where he's living? In Biu, in Maiduguri. When I saw him, he's a matured man. And since after the war, Mazi, he has never stepped his foot. Do you understand me? In Biafra land.
Maybe he thought that the war continued.
Since after the war, you imagine he is. They say he was around 5 or 7 years that time. They took them, even during the war. That was when they left. Now, at the end of the day, when I met him, he's a matured man. Of course, I was in university that time. When I met him, he's a matured man. He had a son. They called Nana. When I met him the first time, you can see that family, but it's it's an uncle, my extended uncle from my place. Now I ask him, Duce, can you remember? Listen to somebody who left for 7 years. Because I told him about coming home. Because finally I made the sister to come home. I told him about coming home. From the time I told him about coming home, Mazi, he avoided me. Do you understand me? But I know the son because he married an Hausa lady. They have a son, even though they divorced also. Mazi, there are thousands of people of this nature in the northern part of Nigeria, even in Yoruba land. Mazi, it is difficult for these people because these are the people they are using to keep our people and advise our people and influence most of our people. This is another point. Then coming to another thing is business. Mazi, in the East, at the end of your university education, there is no factory. Mazi, the noise is coming more and more. I don't know if
Mazi,
I cut and call back.
I don't know. There is nothing again. I don't know.
And
are you sure it's not from your end?
Let me switch some device around me. Maybe.
I think it's better because I'm not hearing nothing. And everywhere here is quiet.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe from my side. Let me see.
I hope you are not using some gadgets. That is always,
I'm not using anything, but it's okay now. Let me see. I have off other device around me. So at the end of the day, you come to Yoruba land, to the west. Many of our people are there in Yoruba land. Many have lost their lineage, but they won't tell you. They will go to some Igbo meeting. They will avoid certain things. These are the people, they will never talk something good about Biafra land. They will never. Anything you say, they won't talk. And they are the one who continue to deceive our people. When they say buy land here, they take their commission, they say expand, they become agents, they continue to grow. All those things because also down in our place, the seaports are not working. From the stories they have told our people, they let us to understand that our place is landlocked. These are the stories. It is of recent, you see this week, our people were sharing about Biafra land. Many people were saying, is there a beach? Is there an ocean from Afibo? Is there they don't know that the beach in Afibo links to the Atlantic Ocean. They don't know there is an ocean, do you understand me? Near Ihiala, 15 nautical miles or 20 nautical miles. Our people don't know those things. There are Imo River. There are many things our people taught because that is what we were taught in school. They were taught that our place is landlocked. We have no access to the sea. We have no access to anywhere.
Mazi, sorry, before you continue here, because it's very important what you are saying. You know, also in your speech, we need to be encouraging our people to travel internally, internal tourism. Not only going to hotel or where. Now, no, go to other places, interior places to discover other parts of Biafra land. It is very important. Mazi, please go on. This is what I want to chip in.
Yeah. So, Mazi, at this point, few days ago, we now realize that Ibano and Kwaibo River in Akwa Ibom has the longest beach in Africa and in West Africa. The longest. But people are flying from here to South Africa, Cape Town, to go and see the beach. People in Ebonyi State, there are many places in Biafra land they never even teach our people in school. Like when they told us, do you understanding me, that there is Southeasterners. When they call you Southeasterners, it makes you you don't know who you are. Instead to call you by name. But they will continue to say, oh, the Yorubas. Mazi, to make it very clear, let me say this. When they amalgamated Nigeria, that southeastern region that we are talking about, I want everybody to listen, because as we are asking people to come back, we are not only telling the Igbos to come back. That's not what we are saying. Because that southern region, that is the people they know. We have seen on radio, on social media, where some Cross River people, some Ibibio, not Cross River, some Ibibio, Efik people are also advising their people that don't take this thing for granted, that when they will attack you because they consider you as an Igbo. That is how it is. They know you are one people. There is no way they will attack an Igbo and leave somebody from Ibibio or an Efik. There is no way they will attack an Igbo, they leave somebody from Ebanke or from Anioma. They won't. This is something we have to hammer for our people to understand. And if you don't know, this night, let me mention the tribes, because they will call them, they divide them by south, south, southeast. The territories that constitute that southeastern region of Nigeria, we are divided into tribes. We are like tribes. The tribes in the southeastern region is the Igbos. They are the Igbos, Ibibio and Efiks, the Ejos, the Ogojas, the Doma, the Gala. In modern states now, these people, you can find them in Abia State, in Anambra, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Delta, Rivers, Cross River, Ebanke in Edo State. You can find the Gala people in Kogi, in southern part of Benue, where you found the Idoma, the Robo, in Delta here, and the Shekiri. All these people are people of the former Eastern region. We are not the one that did it, but we realized because of the Civil War, when they defeated us in the Civil War, because some people say they didn't defeat us, they defeated us. That is what we are suffering today. Mazi, let me call back. My ear want to
Mazi, I know it from again. I check your listening device, please, from your side. Here is crystal clear. What you are saying is, pure truth. Our people should be encouraged into no infrastructure in our land. That is the thing. But we cannot. We have to organize anyway, improvise. Internal tours, so that people will be discovering. It's money also. If you can, these are investments. Tour operators. You only to show people about, parts of Biafra land that people never even dreamt about that is existing. It's all this thing. We need to know our land first. You know, different parts, different parts of Biafra land, Bayelsa, Opobo. Now you start discovering, say, look, does this type of place exist? All these things we need to improvise, because as Mazi rightly said, they defeated us in the war. And failure, once you are defeated, that's why people are running away from being Igbo. That's why we will never fail again, never. Because failure has stigma. Whether we don't miss words here. They have been deceiving us in order to massage. No, Victor, no, lie. They defeated us. It's true. And that failure. Now every other person say, okay, Igbo failed. Igbo. I'm no more Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. Are you Igbo man? No, I'm not. I'm Chigozie, but I'm not Igbo. Because they defeated Biafra. So they now carry the whole thing, put on the majority population, the Igbo. Now even Igbos are running away from their names. That they are no more Igbo. That is the reality. We don't shy away from reality, please. But we need to, set the record straight and make sure that history does not repeat itself. That's why we must succeed in what we are doing. Because failure carries a stigma. Do you understand that? Especially in a place like the zoo. A place like the zoo, where people are not civilized. Germany, they failed, but today they are #1 European economic power. Mazi, are you back? Can you hear me now? Is it okay now? Mazi, I don't know. What is happening? Multiple callings. Yeah. Why are you because you are calling and they still, I don't know. Just hold on few seconds, please. We are trying to sort out this thing. I know it's from his side. I know that. Because my gadgets, everything is not sound. It's okay. Mazi, can you hear me now? My goodness me. Reconnect. Mazi, can you hear me now?
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, you're on air. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, please go on. But it seems your voice now is far away. Please.
You said?
Go on. Let me see. It seems your voice is far from the phone or something like that. Go on. Let's see.
It's supposed not to be far. It's okay now.
Go on. Continue speaking. It's okay, I think. Go on. Let's see.
Okay. I think I try to remove the Wi-Fi from anywhere, anything electricity. I think it's a little bit better. So, Mazi, like as I was, most of these people, there is a policy by Nigerian government. That is why you see the seaport. How many seaports are now in Lagos? 3 seaports. And they continue to expand. Isn't that, any reasonable person, won't you see that as a deliberate policy? We all know, Mazi, we have forgotten. There is an audio we have once again in the conversation between Kunle and Alaji. They were talking about Lagos. You understand me? Going to be given a special given
A special statue.
money to be like Abuja, where a special statue. Who are they doing those things for? It is our people. Why are they talking like that? So that they will found a new law, and presently our people are not understanding what is happening. That is why we are shouting now. We don't want to take another 10 years, 5 years talking to our people, because we have been calling them. Mazi Chinasa have been calling them. They must take this threat very serious. Mazi, I can tell Biafrans today, there are some extreme elements in Yoruba land. There are some extreme elements in Yoruba land. They are teaming up with the Fulanis. And they are being, teamed by Tinubu. Their main purpose is to start the problem. They want to find a way to retrieve many sold landed properties or lands that already sold to Igbos. Do you understand me? But our people don't understand what is happening. And Shetima already, when they talk about this special status, it is something they are going to do. The Fulanis will use this man to achieve that. And after you have achieved it, then they will deal with the Yorubas. They know. And why are they doing this? First, they want to clip the wings of the Igbos, so that by the time they will start dealing with the Yoruba, they know we are the force. They know we can never accept that to happen. They know we can never allow our properties to be taken by them, because the Yoruba will be there. First, they need to clip the hands of the Igbos. They will use this extreme Yoruba element to clip the wings of the Igbos. The main purpose of all they are doing is to retrieve land. There are many things they have sold. And when they set places on fire, when they burn, the government takes back the land. Mazi, this last place that there were problems, is it not Abuleba or Abule what? Where our properties were also, there was a bomb that happened in that area. Did our people recover all the people that were killed? Was anybody compensate them?
Nothing. That one is gone. It's gone.
Mazi, that one has gone. Have they recovered that land or they have not? They have recovered it. It belongs to the government. They will kill you. Don't think they will come to take the property one after the other. No, they come in a place. They bomb it. And when it is bombed, there is a law. They retrieve the land. That is what they want. All that land they sold to you, they will destroy it, destroy your structures. And you will say, most of you will say, nothing they happen, but things are happening. Some of you now is now crying. And that is why we come to this particular program this evening, to tell you people and encourage you that it is time to come home. Presently, Biafra land is not as bad as you people are saying. And the ESN is taking it as a responsibility. That is why they continue to use criminality. Hope they must succeed in that. We are not saying if you are from Olu, you must return and stay in Olu. There are many cities to stay in Biafra land. You may decide to be in Enugu, decide to be in Aba, decide to be in Anambra, Asaba. You can go to Calabar, Ebonyi State. What we are saying, and if you come to Biafra land, and I'm also using this opportunity, our media warriors, there are places, many lock-up shops in Biafra land, built. People are not using them. Because sometimes you may think those in Lagos, they know. They don't know. It is our duty to promote those places. We don't charge anybody anything. It's for our own betterment. It's to protect our people. What we are saying, all of you knows, look at the shopping mall built in Ebonyi. These are the kind of shopping mall you see in the Middle East, in Europe, in America, even bigger and more finer than ShopRite. But Mazi, nobody is inside. Nobody rented it. Go to Obudu. Intentionally Obudu. Tinapa was built so that all the brand designers around the world can own a shop and own a place in Tinapa. That was the purpose Donald Duke built Tinapa. That all the luxury brand, like if you go to Barcelona, where you have fashions, you have all these top, you go to Milan, where they have all these fashion shows, top, this thing. His aim was that in Tinapa, that is the seed there, that international luxury brand will be, but Nigerian government won't accept. But what we are saying, that time IPOB was not around. Now IPOB is here. Our voices are stronger. Our voices are thundering around the world. We are exposing them. That is why, as before this imposter, the people in Asoro, before he left, they forcefully signed that every state now can generate their own electricity. It is the work of, it is the pressure from IPOB. People don't know, they will not give us the credit, but it is because a continuous exposure about the ills and evils of the Nigerian government and the Fulani oligarchy. That is why certain things are being done today. Everybody knew when Enugu Airport was shut down. Only KLM goes to Iguacha. Who is flying KLM in this modern age? Who is flying British Airways? If not Nigeria route. These are outdated airlines. They don't run in our areas. But what did they do? It is because continuous pressure from IPOB, we come on radio, we shout it, they finally open Enugu. Yes, Dave Umahi, we knew, the understanding me, all his rubbish, but we must also see the project he have done, like the international airport, all these things, and soon, if that started working, Anambra have an airport now, it is the pressure, because before they do not allow them to open such a thing and call it international airport. It is the voice of IPOB. It is the pressure. We are always on their faces telling them the ills and evils they are doing. That is why we say, everybody who wants to return back home, it is time to return back home. The return of the people, it is not going to be perfect. A city is not built. It's as you are returning, many things will fall in place. Dubai you are going today was not built in a day. Most of you who were going to Dubai years back, that is not how Dubai was. People were building it as people were coming, they were building Dubai, and many cities, not only Dubai. Go to Bahrain, go to Qatar, go to Malaysia, go to Indonesia, go to Jakarta. You see how people, as time goes on. But all of us must come back. Those property you are building now, you have in Lagos, after 10 years, it is an outdated building. That is one thing you have to know. All of us must remember that the houses some of us built years back, or we managed to build, they are no more looking modern. They are no more looking, even you are thinking about to build another one because it is looking very old. The problem our people are having is a young boy. You move out, seek for money. The first thing is in your head is to build house in Lagos. I don't know what that thing means. A young boy of 20 years, 30 years, your problem is to build house in Lagos. That is why something is wrong with us. There is nothing wrong for a young boy of 20 to... I see, there was a time I was in Malaysia, one of the person was saying, there are 48 young boys from Moncano, local government, all were in detention for drug issues. He said, what they were saying is that in their place, if you have crossed 28 years, you have not built house. If you have passed 28 years, you have not built house in your place, they consider you as a failure in life. Mazi, have you heard that? 28 years. Where on earth? For clarity's sake, many housings are built by government. If you can build, there is no problem for that. But a boy of 28 years, 30 years, building a home, unless you came out from a thatch house or your family does not have a place to, you must think how to establish something first. It's very, very important. Mazi, I will tell you what happened. You know, when people hear about that, Arab people give people house, they give, even in Libya. Let me give an example. In this country I am living, the government give houses to people. But what time do they give you the house? You will be like 45 years up. And you might have married, at least your marriage would have lasted for 15 years that you married, even if you marry and divorce, but up to 15 years of marriage. And the house, before they give you house, you must attain the age of 45 years. Because they know a house given to you at the age of 45 years, you do it, it can, upon the weather here, it can last you for the next 30 years, 40 years, you grow old and die with it. And your children will move on to another one. Our people, what is holding them in Lagos now is the houses they build. Because businesses can be moved. You can move your business from Lagos to anywhere. But the problem is the houses that they build that will be outdated in 10 years, in 15 years, maximum. That is gone. There is no problem. You can have a business in Lagos and have a branch in Biafra land. There is nothing wrong with it. But what we are saying is this. There are pertinent questions I know people ask, like the one Mazi Chinasa Nworu said. Some of them will also say, some people say Biafra land is too small for Biafrans. It does not have a place to live. You understand me? That Biafra land is too small. I'm telling you, that is false. That is a very big lie. If somebody tell you that Biafra land is too small, it will not contain people. That is lie. That is the stories like people like Joey Ibekwe, stupid man. They used to talk. Where are we going to come? We are not all going to live in Biafra land. As long as we are living outside, we will. That one is sure. But what we are talking about, your life is at risk. Those of you living in Nigeria. Mazi, our people should know that Nigeria is characterized by conspiracy, deceit, and betrayal, all against the Biafrans, against the Igbos, against the Bibios and the Efiks, against the Jaws. That is all Nigeria is all about. Every plan Nigeria have is, how do we keep these people under? And with the way political issues in Nigeria, with our agitation, with the way we are pursuing it, we know Nigeria is going. Some of you might think that we must go by shooting and everything. We are destroying Nigeria from the foundation. Nigeria is no more respected anywhere. Forget about some individuals. People you talk Nigeria, let me also say this thing. You know, presently, people in Dubai, you know, one thing our people don't understand is this. You see in the past couple of months, you see how they are being carrying Nigerians, sending them back. They don't give a damn. Why? Why? There are many options. There are many things that leads to that. Number one, even though somebody will say, oh, Nigerians are buying property in Dubai, they are treating them. Even Jubril begged the UAE government, they refused to open up the visa. You can see they have found alternate plans for UAE. Before, Russia was in UK, in Europe, all the Russian oligarchy, all the Russian businessmen, billionaires, they were all in Europe, investing in UK, in France, in Holland, everywhere, investing in America. The problem has started. They're seizing their properties. They're seizing most of them. They withdrew their money, all of them heading to Dubai. They're coming to the Middle East, heading to Dubai, investing. Chinese are coming. Billionaires, Indians are coming. Billionaires, millionaires. Now, with the kind of government Nigeria is, with the kind of people they have gotten a better choice. Those apartments you used to buy, there are alternatives. There are people now coming to buy it. That is why Dubai will set up a Boeing aeroplane, pack all of you, Ethiopian Airlines, straight to Abuja. They're packing all of you. They don't give a damn. Because they have alternatives. That is what we are saying also in Lagos. Because the day it will happen, the Yorubas have always made it very clear. Yes, we know there are people with genuine voice. We know there are people that said this thing is wrong. But those voices are not as strong as the voices that can stop these extreme Yoruba people. And I want everybody to know something. For the fact that you married a Yoruba does not mean we cannot divide. You cannot, because of your personal issue. Because my mother is a Yoruba, for that reason, that is your personal issue. It's not the problem of the whole Biafrans. You cannot say, because my father married a Yoruba woman, there is no problem marriage. After all, there are many Nigerians, they married British, they married Europeans, they married Americans, they married Asians. Have that made them to live together, to come and be one country? The answer is no. The only way, if your mother is a Yoruba and Biafra comes, or your mother is Igbo, Biafra comes, if you like, you decide the passport you use. But we cannot, because
Mazi, the person, it can be double nationality. It's
double nationality. You have access to come in. We cannot, because your mother is Yoruba. There are what of millions of people that their mother are not Yoruba? What of millions of people, because you say we have married, of course we have married and there are relations. That is fine. In the Middle East here, in this country we are living, many Kuwaitis married Iraqis, some married Saudi, some married, they would not, because of those who married Iraqi, they said for that Kuwait and Iraq must be one. People must not, listen to this kind of craps. People are using, these are very poor arguments. Why a nation will not divide? And you cannot, because your mother is also Igbo. You said because of that, we should not go. Or some people, I hear, I heard when the Creek Toad was talking about that, Tinubu did this for me, he buy me a car, this is your personal relationship with Tinubu. If Tinubu did something for you, did he do it for everybody in Biafra land? Is that the reason why we must say shit and fall inside shit?
Mazi, this thing you are saying is one thing some of our people don't understand. They are misunderstanding it. That you are okay. That selfishness, it doesn't mean that we are okay.
Okay, that is it.
That's the thing. That's the argument. Go on.
That's the argument. For example, somebody said, "Oh, Peter Obi trained me in school because of that." He trained you. He didn't train me. He trained your son. He didn't train me. We have a larger population. People are supporting people individually. This is human. This is humanity. We cannot, because of those things, we now overlook the bigger problem, the threat for our existence. And I want us, for all of you living outside Biafra land, our media warriors, these are the lines we have to let people, we need to kill all these small, poor arguments. Clarify people to understand that the West for the restoration of Biafra is bigger than your identity, or who, because your mother is Igbo, or your father is Igbo, or your mother is Yoruba, or your mother, we don't have any problem. If Biafra comes today, most of us, many people, Biafrans who are living in diaspora, they have foreign wives. They will also come with their foreign wives. People will come from Malaysia, from Asia, from Japan, from America. They will all enter. And it is up to them. They want a Biafran passport, because by marriage, I'm sure Biafrans will allow those things to happen. There are foreign women who are part of us fighting this battle. They are part of us. They are going through hell. They are being humiliated. When Biafra comes, even though they deserve to be honored a citizenship, if you feel, use that opportunity, speak out for our people. For the fact that we are going a separate way is not going to stop our relationship. It's not going to stop us not to intermarry again. It is not going to stop us to close the border that people cannot travel and meet each other. It doesn't happen. Even in North and South Korea, upon the strict rules, families are still passing from North Korea to South Korea to go and see their family.
Mazi, as in our families, in our Igbo family, I'm not the Dokpara, you understand?
Yes.
I built my house outside our father's house. So has it stopped me from being the brother of my brother?
Yes.
It's our custom. So there's a very poor, weak argument. You can build your house anywhere, but you are brothers, you are still brothers. It doesn't. Yes, you can be seeing yourself contemplating, doing meetings, doing things. That's it. But each person, Biafra wants to control their destiny by themselves.
Themselves. For example, let me give you an example. Here, where we are living, you know, senior brother, maybe if your brother is up to 45 years and you are not yet 45 years, when they are giving house, he's giving a house in another location. Are you understanding me? When you yourself, by the time you grow up also, you will be given house in another location. There is no guarantee you are going to live near where your father or your brother was living, unless you people decided to have a home. Those things shouldn't be a problem, because our people, the Nigerian politicians, the religious bodies, they have built this sentiment in our people, in the churches, in the political gathering. Do you understand me? They use this poor argument. You see them to talk. We don't marry. Since we marry, where we go divide, where we go. What do you mean? You have a place to go. Because I married a foreign woman should not stop me. Because you marry a Yoruba woman does not stop you from going back home. But what we are saying is this. Most of our people, you have seen, especially people in Lagos, you have seen the hate exhibited towards you. You have seen the hate demonstrated. Mazi, they should not wait until every Yoruba rise up against them. You know, when we talk about terrorism, look at the number of people who commit terror. They are not the larger population.
Very few.
They are very few. For example, if you think about, let's say they say the Muslim groups, if you ask a Muslim, he will tell you we are not terrorists. Of course, but few people, maybe if they are 1 billion, maybe 1% of them who have radicalized themselves, they bring the bad name to and they continue to pursue that mission. So don't think and wait, because the day, if they start, their Yoruba brother may be on the way, they will kill him. They don't care, because these are extremists. The hate is there. Most of them, when they see everybody, they may not have the power to defend you. They will also run for their own dear lives. That is why we come this evening. And I am begging Biafrans, this is not the time to blame our people, because they didn't go to Lagos, they didn't leave Biafra, and all of us who went even far away from Nigeria, We all travel because of one problem or the other, because of one issue or the other, and we continue to migrate. But what we are saying, for us, nobody is coming here to kill us, but we are talking about those who are sitting on a time bomb. And I'm asking Biafrans, those of you living in Lagos, ask yourself this question. As you call yourself obedient, you have seen what just happened, just only to cast your vote, both on presidential and the governorship. You have seen what they did to you just for you to come and cast the vote. Ask yourself this simple question. If it happens that Peter Obi succeed, which I doubt, if he succeed to defeat Tinubu in the Nigerian court of law, I'm asking every one of you in Lagos, can you interpret what will be the feelings of the Yorubas? Can you imagine how they will see you? Already they have started writing that Peter Obi want to do to Tinubu what Babangida did to Abiola. That they are about to take away their power again. Every one of you must be very sensitive, because we are in a very dangerous time. We are in a very difficult position. And that is why we are asking every one of you. You may decide to be there. Send your family home. We know things are not very right in Biafra land, but the more you are coming, ESN, we are taking very extreme measures. And if you can see, this will show you something. Because of election, most of you have seen what criminals, especially Hope Uzodinma, have done in Biafra land. You have all seen it. You have all understood that it was all about election. It was all about election, the assassination, everything. It was not because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was all about the election. They have killed the men, they took ransom with the boys. You saw also what happened in Lagos. You see MCO Olomo. You saw the people he mobilized against you. At the end of the election now, he have called them for a meeting and arrest all of them. These are people he used, unleash mayhem on all of you. This is the same thing they do in the East. This is the political game, the dirty Nigerian politics they are playing on a daily basis with the lives of our people. But what we are saying is this, so that we can round up this particular topic, is Biafrans, you call yourself Igbo Biafran, you call yourself Igbo Nigerian. What we are saying, that is why last time we are coming for the traditional rulers, because the traditional rulers, Ezendi, Igbo, and Lagos, these are the people they are using to keep you people down. Most of them, for example, now Joey Bokwe, who built a home, he have coming home now, he cannot come easily. Do you think somebody like that will encourage you to go home? He will tell you no. He will not. He will say, "Don't you see what they did to me?" But he will not say it is a problem he caused for himself. It is a personal problem. It is not a general problem. It is something that he caused for himself. He knows he is in the politics. You can't generalize it for everybody. You cannot say because they born and they attack Joy Bokwe. All of you see his excesses, what he's doing with people. And when something happened to him, they want to generalize it. Example, Hope Uzodinma. If anything happened to Hope Uzodinma tomorrow, are you going to generalize it for everybody? When all of you have seen the behavior, if anything happened to Nyesom Wike tomorrow, are you coming to generalize it and say it is everybody? You can't generalize them. What we are saying is this. Dear friends, you have to start coming down home. There is great opportunity in Biafra land. Most of you do not know there are beautiful places in Biafra land. Most of you do not know. And we can tell you there are people are coming. Have all of you forgotten that people come all the way from Mali, Ghana, everywhere to come to Aba? to come to Ariaria, to come to Onitsha main market, to buy goods. It doesn't matter. It is the center of production that people will always come. That is the major thing. What we are doing in Lagos is importation, but in Biafra land is where the production lies, which Nigerian government do not want. Innocent is building a new factory in Anambra. He's building another one in Akwa Ibom. Many things, production lies in Biafra land. In Lagos, there is no production. Mainly it's importation, importation. What we are saying, come back home. That thing you are selling there, they will come also in Biafra land and buy it. Textiles are being shipped from Aba to Lagos. Go to Milverton. Go and see boxes of clothes. They are loading them from Aba to Lagos. Night bus. Go to Anambra, to Onitsha main market. Transport are moving to the north every day. Moving, people are coming from the north to buy it in a Biafra land. Do not allow people to deceive you with clumsy excuses, things that have nothing to offer, things that have nothing. If you lay it on ground, it have no basis. That is why we are saying, Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom and all the people resident in Biafra land, it is our duty to advise our people to come home. Welcome them. Don't blame them. They didn't run away because they found themselves in Lagos. Does not mean some of them wanted to go far. It's like you arrive. Some people arrive Dubai. They want to go from Dubai to Canada. Some want to go from Dubai to Australia. Some want to go to Mexico. From there, they go to America. It's the same thing. Some of them ran from Biafra land to Lagos. From Lagos, also, some of them find their way outside. What we are saying is this. Do not start to attack them. No. This is the time to be very, very positive. Talk to our people. After all, we are seeing, we read the newspaper, we saw on televisions, Israel is traveling all the way to India. They are traveling all the way to Ethiopia to bring their people back. Even no matter anything, they say, yes, they're going to Russia. They will send aeroplane. When they identify their people, they go there, they say, come back. Return back. They don't go to tell them, what are you people doing in Africa? You don't want to come back. That one concern you people there. No, they don't do that. What we are saying is, this our people, even when time comes, IPOB, Western Nigeria, this is a job now you people must take up as a challenge. I think we are going to have meeting on this because you must be able to move to the markets, go to the parks. We will start enlightenment. We will start a campaign to be able to tell our people, give them opportunities that come back home. We will make our way, approach Chamber of Commerce, know the possibility, the kind of businesses. Even people, you are doing this in Lagos, there is opportunity. We have a place, you want a shop, we have a place in New York, you can go and establish. You want a place, there is in Ebonyi State, in Aba. We must support them, and that is the work. IPOB, they are outside Biafra land, especially in the western part of Nigeria and in the north. This should be your focus. And I'm sure after today's broadcast, I will make sure the leadership will have a discussion with all of you so that we can marshal out and draft out the approach, the way you people have to use it. And it's not just telling people, come back. We are going to give them alternatives. It is our duty to tell them, you are doing this, go here. You can get a place. It is our duty also, Biafra land people, communities that want businesses to be established in their places. You can contact IPOB. We have our inquiry line, and I'm going to repost it. You can tell us you have a place that people can come to establish. We have a community land. They can come here and set up a market. We will look for people who will come to build the market. It is our duty. The struggle of this restoration of Biafra, if we are all running away from Biafra land, it's not good, because that is what Nigerian government wants. They want us to run. And the more we are running, the more we are weakening the strength of Biafra land, the more we are weakening this power, the more we are weakening things that will help us to propel this struggle. Therefore, this evening, so that we can go to the next topic and people can come in, bring in their suggestions, I will tell Biafrans it is time. This is the Exodus. We are in the time to return to our place, and we want all our media personnel, media warriors, it is time for Igbo Exodus, back home. We can create that hashtag, we will use it, and now we have a more IPOBs in Biafra land, we have more community work to do. This is the time to help. When people are returning, advise them. Don't make life difficult for them. Mazi Chinedu, there is something you raise here. We are not going to discuss it on air. As our people are returning, we already mount our intelligence. Anywhere they are disturbed, the governor of that state, IPOB, will have a problem with him. Any state that the police and the army block the road, extort our people heavily, the governor of that state will have problem with IPOB worldwide. We are not going to take it lightly, because we know they don't want our people to return home. But what we are asking them, our people will return, because there in Lagos, they are all sitting on a time bomb. Maybe when it started, but we are calling now because there is danger ahead of everything that is happening. Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb. The Western world knows. Everybody knows, but they won't trigger any panic, so that you people will not be heading to Benin Republic. Those who will be heading towards Ambazonia will be heading. They are trying to control things, and it is also our duty to control the temperature, control the tension of things that are happening. We have to make sure, so there will be no much panic, or there will be people are coming in, because but we're telling you, start to come back home. Because remember, this thing have happened before. Remember what caused the Nigerian Civil War? It is the same thing that is repeating itself. When our people start to return, they blocked our people, they were massacring our people. Let us not wait history to repeat itself. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here so that we can go to the next topic. Thank you so much, Mazi Chinedu. Thank you.
There were. As you say, we must encourage our people, because every one of us is important in our land, both Dick and Harry. So, moving on, because time is going also, concerning our leader, we see on the 13th of October, our leader was released in a verdict in Nigerian court, discharged and acquitted, and he should never stand trial in any court of law, Nigerian court of law. So, but up to date, he is not released. So, what can we say, or extra? What is IPOB and IPOB should be doing? Is there any other thing? Because legally we are there, diplomatically we are pushing, protests, everything. Now, please, Mazi, tell us more on what should be done for our leader to be released. There were.
Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much. You know, as an Achebonyara, we forget Chetereya from Obosia, or Cheterobosia, or Chetere somehow, Mobosia, you put aqua, Puiro. Mazi, am I coming out clear?
You are.
Yeah. Okay. So, it is very, very clear that the Nigerian government don't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, irrespective of the court ruling from the appeal court that he's discharged and acquitted. From the antecedents, you will understand from their body language, you will understand that they are not ready to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why we become more strategic. Mazi, you know, one problem with our people is this. Bookshop. You understanding me? Our people, many of them are more intelligent than a library. So they come and they put up all these theories. They want to, you know, our people are people, they are loud people. You know, they are loud, very loud people. It doesn't mean they don't know what they are doing, but they use that their loudness sometimes as okay. You know, this thing that they are holding our leader today, we would have prevented it. We would have prevented both his rendition, if bringing him to Nigeria. I will leave that one for another day. You know, one thing I tell people, the rendition of our leader, the causes, after 1 year plus, some of us, we now knew. But because of this struggle, those information remain a classified information. We didn't know from the beginning, and I'm saying it, let people know. For those who think that IPOB leadership have not understood what happened to our leader, we found out, and nobody can, this is a government. The information remains classified for the betterment of this struggle. This information may be in the near future, maybe after we have, do you understand me? You see, Colonel Nworu, I think you understand what when he wrote the book, his last book he wrote, The Last Man, you know, for the Queue. Mazi, I think there is a name of that book. You saw when he wrote that thing. You saw when he published that particular book. Mazi, I don't know if I'm coming out very clear.
So you are, go on, you are coming out.
Okay. So why I'm saying is this. What happened to our leader is now a classified information in the hands of the IPOB leadership. And that information cannot be given to the public. Maybe this information may be after 20 years, 30 years. It is when this kind of information can be released to the public for future reference, for people to take corrections, to learn. For now, it is a classified information. Why I'm saying this is that we're supposed to have prevented what happened. People advise, people who go around giving wrong advice and push Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into problems. And they turn around very fast to blackmail the leadership. And they knew very well. And it cost us. And let me say something here. People don't understand. This is first time I'm saying it, but HOD, you know, when they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is somebody IPOB sent who was investigating what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who bring us a very big information of what happened. They just killed him. They killed him in Kenya. People don't know. That is why we know what we are doing is very big. The guy who investigate and get information about what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for all who went in there, even though he's not from he's not a Biafran, he's dead. Because we know there is international conspiracy. There are people, they don't want them to expose what happened. That's why we say it will remain a classified information. So Mazi, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the moment they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we know Nigerian government have a bigger plan. What people don't understand, this GTI, this Global Terrorism Index, It is not targeted at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People should know that. The Global Terrorism Index, you saw them republished. It is not targeted only at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is meant to target IPOB officers in diaspora. It is meant to target many of us. They may not come to catch IPOB, but they will go individually. They will start to question every one of us because of that. Because it's an Indian on a kiosk in Holland. They report. Somebody was telling me the one in New York, he called the person, he said, don't even, that one is like, it's right, they write those reports in their room. In their room. It's not even an office. They call him, he said, call Dragon. They call this one, he said, oh, like he wake up from sleep, answering the call. And I have gotten reports when we ask people to call their offices, call them, tell them this report. You found out that these are, do you understand me, rubbish people. We went to their office in Holland, in Hague. Our people say this is a kiosk. We tell them call the one in America. We get reports from everywhere, but thank God IPOB, we are heading to court. But this court we are going would have been prevented. Today, people are saying, oh, IPOB, take them to court. Or Kuna Asewala, take them to court. IPOB, do you think it is a peanut to take such organization to court? It needs huge amount. It needs finance. But when we were begging, when we will come here on air, leave criminality, most of you were jumping, whoa, it's a Biafra struggle. We kill it. Don't ask them who they kill, how they take money. Most of you were giving them support without knowing where it was going, out of stupidity. May know something, oh yeah, let them kill it. Is that the way you will get your own people? They were massacring them. You know, I don't want to go too much, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. And I will, everybody, all the stories in Ihiala, in Osui Hitupa, all the reports we are getting, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, I will direct them to him, anywhere he is. I will direct them. I will say, go and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is, go and tell him directly. They said they were doing it on your behalf, that you are the one who gave them the report. Because of, people don't understand. Till now, families that are looking for their people, they took ransom from them, they killed them, they take their body part. All IPOB legal lawyers, from Nnemeka to Barrister Jofo to San Ozekome, the families are going to them. They are going to report that they say that IPOB is holding their brother. Go ask, most of you have contact of Barrister Jofo, Barrister Nnemeka. Ask him. Families are traveling from the east to Abuja to meet them. Even San Ozekome, people are coming from the east. And the Biafrans, why I was shouting this, it will be in the international community. It will be very, very bad if we say, we don't know, it's a lie. No, because there are evidence. There are people being killed, but not IPOB. These are people using the name. That is the job we have to do. When they were doing it, even of recent, these criminals contacted somebody they want to speak to Hope Uzodinma, that they are ready now to settle, that the boys that under them, they are now ready to dislodge them. We have the information. They are contacting somebody because they have failed now. They know they have failed. They are looking a way out. They have sent message to Hope Uzodinma. We heard it. We got IPOBs everywhere. They told him, and now we want to help you to dislodge these guys in Okigwe, all of them, everywhere they are. They are now going to talk to them because they need money now. Election is over. They can't make any more threats. They can't go and wear 5, 6 people and make video and say, if you don't do this, we do you that. No election in Biafra land. No this. Election, nothing again to make argument on. Nothing again to threat people. Now they have gone. They are begging, let us discuss so that we will dislodge the people in Okibe. We have all the intel. These are criminals. When they were doing it, some of our people collected from them 50 million, some 30 million. After collecting, they killed them, sell their body parts. This is how evil. They are collecting now in dollars. There is one. Now they did in Anambra. They went in Benue and paid the money. They took the money from them in dollars. That is where the one they have switched now. This is the criminality. People have put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that have kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today in the detention because there are evidence. Nigerian government is showing to the world that this is the man. That the people, there are video evidence where they are talking that he sent us. He's the one that sent us. Go to prisons. Go and see the number of our people that were moved to Abuja. Go and see your youth that were deceived. They are in their thousands. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention till today. We must tell ourselves the truth. And it is our duty to rise up because the fight is not yet over. Don't think that this report, the GTI wrote, you only saw it in social media. No. This report is given to every government in this world. Every ministry, foreign affairs, interior, they have this report. They will watch you day and night. Things that even don't supposed to be a problem, they will use it for a problem. It is targeted to destroy IPOB in diaspora. But some of you fools that I don't know where they come from, you hear them in Argentina, if you see the people see their lips, you see these are dirty rats. They smoke rubbish. They come out and start talking nonsense. Which ESN? Which ESN are you people talking about? Which ESN are you talking about? ESN, you don't know anything about it. You don't know how ESN was formed. And to make everything worse, the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu contributed very immensely in what is keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention till today. They contributed their own quota. Because when they were being cautioned, what they do is to sabotage and lie. They hold our leader, they turn around. They go tell people, it is me, it is we that know what is an IPOD. This DOS, they are nobody. It is we that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tells everything. They continue these lies, continue to peddle it. Go some places. Even some will answer the name of IPOB media publicity secretary. I am the one. You people don't know. I am the one that they call that a man powerful. They claim we are the leadership. We are not the DOS. All these things, the government is watching. The politicians are watching. All of them are watching them. They give tea. They watch them. They complicate it. They are getting information. They put them. This is because they feel they are holding the main information of this struggle. They feel that they have not destroyed the leadership. They push them, go destroy the leadership, break it, scatter them, bring us some. They ask them, bring picture for Chinasa Nworu so that they can go make sacrifice on his head. They were ready to sacrifice human being on the head of Chinasa Nworu just to make sure they destroy the IPOB structure. When you are doing all those things, you are complicating. Let me say something here. You know, sometimes people come into Ndeneku prayer when they are talking those things, when they come, they say DOS. I told him, I asked somebody, I said, are you not a fool? You say you are a spiritual person, right? I told somebody, you said you are spiritual. Every day you say DOS, they say like this. I said, that's Chia. Since you are spiritual, have you asked Alpha? Alpha has said no DOS in the Mazi Chinasa. That is the question I ask the person. Every day you come to tell all you people are going to consult to do a consult all of that your afaya say na Chinasa Nworu Chike Doziem Tony Nzurumike Mazi Abani Chukwu your former Azayo Baha Mazi Nnachiha no how are the Mazi Chinasa. Do this first. You people that know where the native doctors are, you people that know where the spiritualists are, because me, Chinasa Nworu, I don't have the Lenomu here. I got to be my gato. I got to be my gato. Because I came genuinely. They complicate these issues, The enemies are watching. They are using them. Today. Now we are looking for money to go to file a case against GTI. Because if we keep silent, another organization will carry it. And it will become a norm. Everybody will accept it if we don't fight. But this is what we were fighting for. Some people will come to deceive us. Yes, they didn't say, they say IPOB is a terrorist group in Nigeria. Yes, that is what they say. But they put us among they put us at number 10. That is the report people will see. Many people are not coming to read what they wrote in the section of Nigeria. What people, I am telling you, 70% or 80% of the people that we see the report will just go to the index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. They just look there. Oh, IPOB is there. That's all. That is all what they want. That is all what they want. These are the things holding Mazi Chinasa. We must tell ourselves the truth. These are the things Nigerian government is using to blackmail, and they have failed. They saw how we are battling it, and we are battle ever ready. We are going to court. It is very clear, but we're not going to talk about our court issues on social media. But I'm telling Biafrans, we already initiated the case. But this is something we would have prevented. This is something all of us would have been part to stop, apart from the IPOB media warriors, those who understood the structure, the ethics of this movement. Some of our people in Biafra land, I look at them, I don't know where to classify some of them. They are very good in blackmail. Mazi, let me tell you something. You know this thing we are talking, the criminality they were. Mazi, I want to tell you something. These autopilots, the way they connected criminals in Biafra land, I don't want to call this woman name. This woman in Delta State that was expelled in IPOB, everybody knew that that woman was once had a problem with baby trafficking. Baby trafficking. That time she had that problem, Barrister Jofom went for that case. Because that time, anytime they have problem, they call Barrister Jofom. One time I called Barrister. When we get some kind of information, I say, Barrister, anywhere you hear that they catch some people, don't go. Let us investigate first. Because some of these guys are criminals. To avoid you destroying your reputation. Some of these guys are criminal. When they will go, when they call them, they call telephone. They say, oh, Barrister, they call you. I say, Barrister, if they catch anybody in the name of IPOB, first ask us. We will give the clearance. if that person is IPOB or not. What he did. Even before you go, wait, we will find out what he did. For example, everybody remember Ojukwu. My teacher. Where you die, I die. I'm in front, you are in the back, I am in back. Everybody remember Ojukwu. Mazi, that was the first experience we had.
Ojukwu now at that time everywhere and they shake.
Yeah. That was our first breakthrough. We understand what was happening, that criminals came, and we have been handling them. We are not new in this thing, we know. Mazi, one time somebody was arrested. That time George Onyibe was there. George Onyibe called me and told me there was one of our brother, they said they caught him. That they caught him, he's wearing Biafran t-shirt, that he's in detention. Nobody is coming for him to the court. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. You know, when they say somebody is wearing Biafra t-shirt, they catch him. We are bold. We don't fear. We are not afraid. That time everywhere was hot. So immediately I called the Anambra welfare. He's no more. The guy is no more at home now. I think he's in diaspora now. I called him. I said, Mazi, where are you? He said, Mazi, go to the court. They said there is some Biafrans they are bringing to the court in Anambra. I think it was in Ekulobe or where? Ekulobe. I said, go to the court. Go and know what is the problem. When I called him, I think Uchechukwu or what? Uchechukwu, something like that. I said, go to that place and find out what happened. When he went to that particular place, he called me from the court. He told me, Mazi, I have come to the court. Oh, they brought this guy to court. But he said, Mazi, it is not what you told me is what I am hearing here. I said, what happened? He told me that this is an armed robbery case. That these guys, they went for robbery. They went and robbed one Lexus, robbed a filling station, 270,000, robbed mobile phones, many things. But one thing is that he was not among them the day they went for the operation. So other people that they caught, some of them, they have killed them. So, but before they killed them, they mentioned him that he's part of the gang. So that is why they arrested him. But he was not part of the people that went for that particular operation in the filling station. I said, what are you talking? He said, Maz, I said, can we get the court papers, the charge sheet? He said, yes. He said, let him meet to the police officer. And then when he saw it, I said, go and ask the guy. Don't look at what is on the sheet. Go and ask him. Tell the police guy, beg him that you want to, that they sent you to understand what happened with this guy. He went and the guy told him. The guy said, he said, yes, that it is a criminal, it's an armed robbery case. But the guy was saying he didn't go with them on that particular robbery case. That he did not go with them. But he have followed them to go. Who is sending you people this robbery? Who is giving you gun? He said it's Ojukwu. He said Ojukwu was giving them gun. Really? Ojukwu? He said yes. Ojukwu was giving you people gun. He said yes. Ojukwu that is speaking on Radio Biafra. He said yes. Are you sure?
Mazi, I think Ojukwu, he was a weather pastor, Yahuda.
Mazi, I'm coming. I want to tell Biafrans things they don't know. Ojukwu, when we got that information, I brought the court paper. When I brought the court paper, I sent Onyendu that court paper. Onyendu ordered for the arrest of Ojukwu. Immediately. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not condone that, even though the guy was so close to Uchemefo. You know Uchemefo, he was very close. Uchemefo don't know. I cannot say, but Uchemefo don't know that Ojukwu is doing those kind of things. I doubt Uchemefo knows. But when I sent Onyendu the document, the court case with the audio voice, the guy who went to the court, the guy told him it's Ojukwu that is giving them the gun. He's the one. And that time, Ojukwu have run from Anambra, ran to Iguacha. He said that security were looking for him because of IPOB. We never know it's because of these criminals. Even that place Ojukwu ran, the woman, the IPOB woman who harbored Ojukwu in Iguacha, Ojukwu pregnanted the daughter. You see horrible individuals. While he's hiding in the man's house, the woman, he pregnanted the daughter. You know, at the end of the day, when after presenting all evidence to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave 24 hours to arrest Ojukwu. Mazi, that is how we effect and Ojukwu was arrested. I have the video evidence till today. That's why I say certain things must be classified. I put down the questions as instructed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to ask who asked this guy into criminality. Ojukwu, in that video evidence, the men, we drafted men to get Ojukwu arrested Ojukwu. We asked Ojukwu, do you know this person? Do you know this person? Do you know the name? He agreed on a video. He agreed that he knew him. We asked him, who gave them the gun that he's going for this thing? He said he was in possession of I don't know how many, and he gave them 4 or 3. No, I don't know how many he said he gave them. We told him, where are they remaining? He said he sold one to cure his malaria or typhoid. We said, where are the remaining arms that you are using for this robbery? Ojukwu said it is inside his church where he's conducting. It is under the pulpit. Mazi, I'm telling you, he hid the gun. You see the pulpit they used to preach in the church. That is where Ojukwu hide them. We sent security. ESN immediately swept in. That time, it was volunteer, not ESN. The volunteers swung in immediately, got those 2 weapons. Because we do not have a prison where we're supposed to put this guy, we tell this guy, you will swear an oath. If you do criminality again in Biafra land, if you do anything criminality in Biafra land, you won't. Then when I reported to Uchemefo, you know Uchemefo now, he wanted to see it as a black man. I told Onyendu, that time when we reported, Uchemefo still be calling him on air. That we are telling Uchemefo, if you know what is happening on ground, you won't bring Ojukwu on our hallowed platform. You will not bring him. There is a heavy issue. His name, police is looking for him. He's involved in criminality. Uchemefo, when I sent Uchemefo the evidence, he was dumbfounded. I sent him the video, sent him the document from the court, where they mentioned his name as the person giving the arms. Ojukwu in that place, tell them it was not filling station. He told them to go and rob. He would tell them to go and rob one place. They went to filling station. If you see rubbish, they were talking. Mazi, it is the same thing we saw this time around. Criminality. Mazi, you can't tell me that people will live from Delta State. You see that woman? You remember our people also in Delta State where criminality was only to ban them, call names. People will live from Delta State, reaching in here and they will be kidnapped. Who is passing the information? Many of them, what they did to many of our men who refuse to join them in criminality, they will look, if they know the camp, the route, ESN have their camp, they will go and kill people and use the head and drop on the route and call military to come and attack our people. That ESN is here. They are the one who kills somebody. That is what they were doing in Delta State. They called our men, these infiltrators. The woman was expelled on radio. He called some of our men and told them that IPOB is not, when Onyendu come out, he will see, because thank God there are evidence they are alive. He told him that there is robbery where they are bringing some money, moving. He wanted that this is in here and around IPOB. Thank God the boys, they refuse. And when the boys refuse, he start to use military and police and chase these guys everywhere. That is this woman in Delta State. Start to pursue. These are the women working with Nelly Ofebu that time. Madam Oyibo, these are the women. Women, they're shouting, woman leader, woman leader, woman leader, woman leader. They are doing evil. All these things in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And had they been with the advice, when that woman was released from Ogun State because of child trafficking, she came back after 2 years. They cry. People take them and submit back to Onyendu. Onyendu accept them. Look at now, Onyendu get problem. Look at the damage these criminals have caused in Biafra land. These are the things holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it is left for us to separate the wheat from the chaff. Nigerian government are having evidence. It is our duty to let them understand these people do not belong to, because this is what Nigerian government planned. But we must raise our voice, because what Nigeria is doing, many of the people they caught, when they gather all the evidence, they hand over to Lai Mohammed, they push it to their lobbying firm, lobbying against IPOB. They are not coming to show me and you. They are not coming to, all the people they are holding, all these guys, when we were shouting, all these ones, Pastor Jack, Megwa, Oyibo, all the people they caught, engineer, all those guys were shouting. You think they have killed them? No. Most of them are in Nigerian intelligence agency in their underground. They are extracting information. They told them it is IPOB. They were once IPOB. The Nigerian government don't know about, they know there is autopilot they created, but in their reports, they write it's IPOB. They told us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu send us, a lawyer sending us message. They are telling us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us, he will pay us 10 million when he come out. Mazi, these are the things surrounding. The moment our people understands all these things, they now know they need to be very strategic in what we are pursuing. They now know there is a need to the way you talk. There is a need for you to think twice before you talk. There is a need for you to look around who is behind you. There are people you don't need to even tell what is happening at all, because they will use it against you, use it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some of them, you are giving them clue for what they will use to commit crime. Irrespective of all these things, Mazi, we are standing very firm, because they say a clear conscience fears no accusation. We know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not permit anybody to commit crime. We know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not ask anybody to go and take people and collect ransom. We know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu abhor people to kill our own people. Every one of you here can tell me, every one of you can bear me witness that on this radio Biafra, this hallowed platform, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, any day we indulge in criminality, that Biafra will not come. He said it very clear. And that is what people are pushing, to make sure they introduce criminality into this movement. And that is why we stood our ground. Some of us, they are calling their names. Shouting is because these are people who know more than what they think they know. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, Benjamin Madubu, Ejiofor. Why are they shouting Ejiofor? Because most of the people being brought to Abuja, the cases are coming. We are investigating. Maybe some, if we tell Ejiofor, don't put your hand. You can't, a lawyer pursuing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case cannot be going to talk for criminals. Cannot. I can tell you people one thing. Let me make it very clear. These are open things. One day, there are some group of boys, they said they came from Ebonyi State. They were in Anambra. Say, Bush, they pay. I don't know where they went. They went out they arrested some of them. Do you understand me? When they arrested them, one of them, we don't know who gave him this thing. He got to look for Barrister Joffo in his house, said that he came from Ebonyi State. They bring them from Ebonyi State, and they came here, they arrested. Barrister called. We told him, Barrister, no, we didn't bring anybody from Ebonyi State. How did you know the house? Sometimes they come in. It's like a spy. Maybe they, like, when they took Barrister Joffo auntie, also they can send them as a spy to come and spy a Joffo to know if he came or not when they are planning all their evil things. Because as a lawyer, he knows many people. He knows many of the cases. Even there are the ones who will say, that Barrister, see this one, don't go. Please, don't go. Don't put yourself in a mess. You cannot be handling high-profile cases for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then people who went and make kidnapping, they stay there and say you are IPOB. Don't put, because the more you are going their case, you are jeopardizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case also. You are going for cases for criminals that are not IPOB. You are going for cases for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not that it's a separate case. They are saying they are IPOB. And when we make verification, they are not IPOB. They have nothing to do with IPOB. Irrespective of all these things that are happening, Mazi, I'm making it very clear for Nigerian government. They have no choice than to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know that the delay tactics is their watchword. Today, George is sick. The CGN, the Chief Justice of who's supposed to know about the Supreme Court, today he's on wheelchair. He went to London. Now he has flown back. Every one of them say they are sick. Even on the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the judge also says she's sick. If they like, let them be sick. If they like, let them. They must discharge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has been acquitted and are discharged. Why they are doing all these things? They are working, seeing whether they will get more evidence so that even if they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no country will allow him to rep. If they see, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is flying to Germany, they inform the head of the terrorist is coming there, they will say, no, turn back. You cannot step into our country because global terrorism have said you people are terrorists. You were in Nigeria on terrorist issue. You fly from here, he's going maybe to Italy. The same DSS will send message. This is the head of the terrorist group, or he's coming to your place. That is all what they are doing. In case people don't know, that is what they paid the infiltrators, fools that don't know what is happening in the struggle, fools that cannot listen. They only based on what somebody call you now, give you. You say, I'm going on air, let me go and talk. Without, you don't have the foundation of what is happening. You don't have the information. Somebody call you, okay, I'm going on air now. Somebody send you, this is Chinasa Nworu say like this. Let me go on air now. Let me go and tell the world. You are a fool. You are a fool. You don't know what is happening. You don't know this struggle. You don't even have a knowledge. IPOB media warriors, those who have been in this struggle, and let me make it very clear. You see IPOB, you see all those men that joined this struggle 2013, 2014, 2015, before they hold them very tight. These are the men that will restore Biafra. You see those men that hear the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 212, 213, 214, 215. Leave the time they release him. 215, when he was in jail, those that joined, that didn't know he would be released. Till 216, hold these men tight. If they are still with you and they are standing, hold them tight. These are the men. These are the rocks of IPOB. These are the men that will restore Biafra together with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't mean that people that came the other time, they cannot do anything. But I said, if you have these men that rose up when nobody knew anything, they took the bullet, they took the mockery. When we were called miscreant, when we were called all kinds of things, today people address us as IPOB media warriors. Today people address us as IPOB. Today people address us as Biafrans. Years back, Nobody, they describe us as miscreant.
Jobless people now.
Jobless people. Traders. That was what they describe us. People make mockery of us. But today, they have found out who we are. They can now tell you, I have seen many of them say, these Biafra people, I am sorry. Oh. He didn't say this miscreant, I am sorry. Oh. Some will call us agitators. Agitators is not a bad word. Huh? They call us separatists, no problem. Anyone, call us rebel, no problem. We are rebelling against the ills and evils of Nigeria, against our people. So when you call somebody a rebel, even in the family, they can say, this is a rebel. It's a rebel. It's not a bad, no matter anyhow they take it. They call you separatist. Yes, we want to separate from Nigeria. Rebel, yes, we are rebel. We are rebelling against Nigeria, what they are doing to us. Secessionists, yes, we want to succeed from Nigeria. We want to restore our place. That is what they call us now. Before, intentionally, Nigerian news, we call us independent people of Biafra. We never answer independent people of Biafra. We have continually indigenous people of Biafra. Intentionally, they know why they are writing it. It is for deception. Because they don't want to recognize you. But today, they now realize, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that small boy, they used to call him. They used to call him that small boy. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that small boy. Maybe one day they will see us also, they say these small boys. But how am I get that? The Chupo Kikabiama, that it's a nurse. That is what has been guiding us. What we are doing, it is not by our power. If the spirit of Biafra is not inside us, we cannot do this thing. If we are not emboldened by the spirits of our dead people, we cannot do this thing. If Biafra land is not standing behind us, we cannot do this thing. We cannot defeat Nigerian government. 1 year, 8 months. Na IPOB akwapala Nigeria duka mabru no newe idea. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here so that our people can come in, so that we can interact. There we're watching again.
There were. I think we'll go into a few minutes break so that when we come back, our lines will now be opened and people will call in. Although people will call in, not full swing anyway, because today is more informative. Sometimes I get when anything, you know, even if few calls. Please do not go away. We will be right back.
Before you come down to settle here, you get it. If you are coming, say right now from, let's say you are coming from Mina, you pass through Kwara State before you enter. You pass through Ibadan before you pass through Ogun before you eventually come to settle here. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Some persons were originally living here before you come to settle.
All right. Okay. Now, thank you very much. Back to you, Mr. Van. Did you hear what he said? Can you hear him?
Very loud and clear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, it has been alleged also that some certain persons in Lagos who said they are the owners of this land, you know, they've come out to say that if you are not voting a certain candidate tomorrow, then you have no business coming out to vote. What's your take on that?
That is absolute rubbish. That is lawlessness. That is brigandage. That is everything that is evil in a society. Ownership of land is nowhere related to the freedom of every individual who is protected by the constitution of the country to exercise his rights in the way he wants to do that. I have said earlier, and much earlier, that Lagos, there are landowners. Lagos belongs to people who are landowners. But that we are all stakeholders, where they can actually tell the non-indigens to have no say and not to come near is their traditional institutions. The governance of the traditional institutions, their cultural heritage, and all that, not with government, which is completely foreign to every culture in this country. The governments we operate in Nigeria are completely foreign to any culture and not native to any particular tribe. It is
back. Yeah. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinasa Nworu from Olu province of Biafra land, and today is the 24th day of March 2023. Tatabo Obochinkwo. Our lines have now opened. I will take few calls, please, just few calls, because sometimes I get may assimilate some information. I think sometimes it's better for us. Our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. Therefore, you can now call just and make it brief as possible. If you have any question, you can ask. But we will take just few calls, please. Just few. Callers are already coming. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? There we go. Please go.
And good evening from the Holy Land of
Biafra. Go on.
And I salute our DOS.
I'm sorry. I think it's my fault. I touched something unknowingly and the thing cut. You can call back, please. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi.
Yeah. Mazi Nworu, my lecturer. Thank you so much.
Sorry, please, Mazi, let me pick back this direct caller, please. It was my fault. Caller on direct line, please go on. I think you are the person that called before. Go on, please. Caller on direct line.
Mazi, can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you. Go on, please.
Really?
Yes. The whole world is hearing you. Chinekele. Yes. Go on.
Thank you, Mazi. You know, the zoological epileptic network is really disturbing us here. And that is the reason why we need Biafra. We need to restore Biafra. So, like as I was saying, I salute Mazi Chinasa Nworu, our DOS. May he continue to guide and keep you and give you more wisdom, give you more strength in the name of Chukwukika. Yes, sir. Mazi, my name remains Mazi Michael Israel. And I'm calling from the Holy Land of Biafra, the land of Chukwukika. That land that Britain and America, with some other white people and the Fulanis, even our own people helping them. Always able to but I know that we are going to defeat all of them. Mazi, I don't have any much question. I don't have any question. All I want to say is that Biafrans, IPOBs, all around the world, you have heard what Mazi Chinasa Nworu said tonight. Biafrans in Lagos, anywhere you are, so and come back. That is it. Thank you, Mazi Chinasa Nworu, and thank you, Professor Mazi Jonathan. Ndewo nwa Chineke. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi. I'm very sorry I didn't turn in my WhatsApp. I foresee I didn't on my Wi-Fi in WhatsApp. A caller on I will say why I was not receiving any call through WhatsApp. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. You have been here, Mazi.
Ndewo so much. Ndewo. My lecturer, Ndewo. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, thank you for this carrying call, the calling of our people to return from wherever they domicile. It's very important. I just want to add my voice. My name is Mazi Chinasa. I just want to add my voice to continue for that with this message that Mazi Ndwai Okuchukukano have been calling our people to return and start investing in our place. Mazi, I've been following your Facebook. I've been in Obudu Cattle Ranch. It's a very beautiful place in Ekom. It's a very beautiful place that we have in the Biafra land. I saw the one you posted at Enugu. I've not been there. I think I've passed there, but I didn't take a note that that place is so beautiful like that. Our people should know that we have one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I've been in New York, but I've not been able to visit that beach. I remember the golf club in that area is one of also the best golf club in Africa. Yes, in that Akwa Ibom. But I've been in New York, but I've not been able to visit that, which I would love to see. So I'm joining my voice to say, let our people come back. Mazi, I have a question for you. My question is, I know our people are going to come back. When Onyendu was broadcasting, he said, we are going to build our land in such a place that the whole world is going to marvel, and we are going to use so many years, over 70 years, to make sure that Biafra land is well built. We know what happened in Israel. When Israel was massacred in Europe, and they have decided to return back to the land that Chukwuka Kabiyama gave to them, just like he gave us this Biafra land. They adopted the method of building. Do you have a plan for our people to build their market? Because there is no market in Nigeria. The only attempted market in Nigeria was that one of main market, which I have called the real Biafra. I've been there. My father used to own a shop in Lagos Street in that particular market in the early 80s. So I've been there. It's one of the most standard one, which they have river just around the bank of it, and they have a strata. They have a lot of things there. That market actually lead on the riverside towards also board. That was well built, but due to they were not taking care of it, the management were not taking care of it after the first burning and the second burning. I'm asking now because our people are not, in fact, the standard they use in building markets in Africa is very, very bad, apart from maybe something like South Africa, Morocco, or Egypt, or so many other places. Do we have a standard of market building? Can we set up to make sure that our people have a standard of a market they should build while we are busy relocating them, and make sure that that standard is followed? Make sure water, every other thing is channeled very well, to make sure that all these things of burning market does not repeat. Second question. Our people are in jails all over Nigeria, but I want to talk about diaspora. Our leader said, when Biafra come, we are moving very fast to Biafra, as I'm seeing it now, to ask government of the world, write them that we want to repatriate our people. You mentioned something about Israel repatriating their people all over the world. Our people are languishing in jail. People that are going to supposed to help us build this land. The people are going to do the laboring and the rest of them. They are all over the world. I'm here in South Africa. In our jail here, our people are so much in Lindela, in other prisons in South Africa, just like in Zimbabwe, Malawi, and even other countries in the world. Is there any way we started making process, writing letters to government of the world, that our people are not they did not cause this going to jail by themselves? It's because of the policy of the government of Nigeria that chase them out, that make them to commit whatever crime that they have committed. They want them to grant them so whatever it is, grantor, for them to return back to where they come from? Because our people are so much all over the world. These are two questions that I wanted to ask.
Thank you. Sorry, some people are telling me that my WhatsApp, really the WhatsApp, I didn't know that I didn't on it. But now, as I on it, you have to upload. It's taking time. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, I hope you had the questions, please.
Yeah, Mazi, I had the questions.
Go on,
Mazi, let me take the first one. Mazi, let me make it very clear. IPOB will be a facilitating channel. We're not saying we are going to take over everything, but we are triggering that tsunami. As we said, our people in Lagos, IPOB families in Lagos, when we move in, even those who we said, I want a place to build market, there will be certain standard. Most times, standard are not being carried out by individuals. Standard of buildings and markets is always something of a government. The state government must, be fully that when people are building anything, especially business, markets, it's supposed to be standard. But we are living in a country, as long as we are still in Nigeria, we are living in where somebody can be, he said, I'm not happy I can run it. People are building local government without a toilet. Local government headquarters without a toilet. These are the things we need to, even those who will draw, the engineers who will draw the market, we will like to be part of these things till the grassroots so that standards will be met. In as much as we know it will be difficult to monitor them, or people say because sometimes IPOB may be doing another side, the state government may be on one side causing another problem because they don't want IPOB to take the glory. But irrespective of those things, we will encourage people, even our people that we will send out to talk to people. There must be a standard. And we are using this opportunity also, the Chamber of Commerce, because up and down they will register the business. Wherever they are, they must help. We must find a way to work with these groups. It's very, very important. Irrespective of anything, as our people are coming back, we will not say, it's only IPOB going to. No. We must connect. We must associate to say, our people are coming back. Provide this for them. We will even ask the government or the district, say, give them tax-free. Allow them for 1 year. So these are people who are returning. We have things, I don't want to start talking it on air, but as we are making this preparation for them to return, we are not going to build shop. Be assured of that one. It's not the duty of IPOB to go say we are building shop for people. No, there are people who will invest in it. There are people who have the money, but they don't. They need to see clearly that they won't be harmed. Sometimes somebody is building, one governor come out from somewhere. These are the things. And I know when IPOB is involved fully, the picture will be more clear, people will be more comfortable, and the people will return. It is a matter of awareness, Mazi. We can't drag people, but when people start seeing certain things, real estate will go on. People will start to understand there is a need for them to come back. It doesn't mean it's something going to happen overnight. It's like when we came and talk about the Fulani herdsmen banning of cattle, people think it cannot happen overnight. But gradually, we are checkmating everything, even though they are going back. You don't see these people anyhow. Only where you can see them is some places, just surprisingly, you see them, they come and they go. Or there is a governor on that side, or who are leaving them to patrol on that side. These things are things, it is not only IPOB we do it, we need everybody, builders, all these things, even the market leaders, people who are going to do there will also say we need a standard market. It's not just anything. They use plank and the wood, the naked, they say let us be there, start selling. Tomorrow if fire coming, it burn. There will be standard. We cannot say, our leader said when Biafra comes, we are going to, but Biafra has not come. We must start something. When people are start coming, markets are being demolished and rebuilt to the standard you want. Area market is being rebuilt today. It was not how it was. Even though this Okezie who have started it, but if you look at the standard, it is good. Nothing that cannot be demolished and rebuilt. There is nothing. But first, we want people to start coming where they can start calling their place, and they gradually, those ones, after all, nobody, shopping malls was not in Biafra land, but gradually people are building shopping malls today. And I hope in the near future, most of the businesses will move into shopping malls. It will happen. It happened in our faces. Shops, small shops, after every shops go into, people are building mega shopping malls. Even that trader on the street will like to be in the shopping mall. During the rain, during the sun, he is inside a secure place. And these are the things we are looking at. Then secondly, you talk about our people in the jail. Mazi, to move people in the jail needs a diplomatic talk. And now, Biafra has not come. I have to tell you the fact. But we have the people at home who will start building before Biafra will come. We must tell ourselves the truth. Sometimes our people don't understand. If somebody with a Nigerian passport is in jail, his Nigerian government is in position to go to talk on his behalf. Even if the government wanted, they don't recognize you as a Biafran now because Biafra has not come. You can only do some humanitarian job for anybody in the prison or one thing or the other. That is the thing you can be able to do. But in terms of that robust diplomatic way to move people from freedom and from prison to return them back, it needs a big and robust diplomatic mission. And that will be when Biafra comes. Those who are being sentenced, some of them, they will still release, they will still be granted amnesty in the country they are. But one thing also, we shouldn't expect that every country we go, they will release your people. No, not every country will accept. People committed some crime in their land. The law of that country holds them responsible. It is not everybody they can allow to be released, to just go. No, if you killed somebody in a country and you are there, or you went for a drug, a country where it is a death sentence, because Biafra comes will not warrant you to go and say release him for you. Of course, if the country have such amnesty for those who said, okay, this person have served his jail sentence, up to half of it, we can release him to you. It is up to those countries, but we cannot force it. We cannot enforce them or ask them to that they must hand the person over to us that they are. Mazi, also, let me correct this impression. Our people should not, because that the Biafra land pushed them because they ran away, that's why they committed crime. No, this impression must be not be allowed to fly. We have millions of Biafrans outside Biafra land. They are not committing crime. They are not into drug peddling. They are not. There are people, it is what they want to do. This is a Gombute ideology. It is one of the problems. Everybody wants to go and make it ignorantly. You go and fall in problem, you say because they pursue you, Nigeria is treating you bad. Please, this idea is not going to fly. We must handle things very honest, in a candid way, and diplomatically. Reasons are, you can't come to people and tell them, I did this thing because Nigeria is... Number one, there are many Nigerians out there also. Like I have said this thing on air. Somebody said, I am a Biafran. A judge told the person, yes, many of you are Biafrans, but are you IPOB? Because not every Biafran is being hunted by Nigerian government. They know people from the southeastern region, they are Biafrans. But not everybody is being hunted. They are hunting for IPOB. So are you an IPOB member? That you are being hunted? That is the question. And that is the fact. Of course, there are people, maybe countries, our people, some people are prefer to be even in the jail. They say, it's better for them there. They don't mind. Some people, I once encountered somebody in this country. It was just an immigration paper. They told him to go. He said he will not go. He preferred to remain in the jail. Immigration paper. They said they are ready to send him. He said nobody should give passport. He's not ready. And they can't send you if you don't accept that you are ready to go. The embassy came to give a paper so that he can go. He said, I'm not going. I will not go. So these are some of the challenges, my brother. Those we can be able to repatriate back home, we will do that. Those that the law of the country are holding, my brother, there is nothing or less we can do, but we encourage our people. If you go to another man's country, you keep away and stay away from crime. Don't use the mentality of Nigeria that there is a way to do it. Egumbute will not even help everybody. It can only help you, and you will cause more damage to your family when you get into problem. And then we send our village people. Ndewo Mazi Chinedu.
Ndewo Mazi. Caller on, let me see who is here first. Okay, caller on signal. Mazi, welcome to the program. Please, can you make a sharp so that
okay, thank you very much, Mazi. Yeah, thank you. This is MNK. Mazi Chinasa, I greet you. Good evening from here. What I want to say is that there's a lot of things here Mazi have said, Mazi Chinasa Nworu, but let me just begin from here and say it fast. He said about bringing our people home. The question you answer me when I finish, please. When I finish, you answer me the question. Bringing our people home, is there any means of bringing a security that can control Ebola? Because I know if our people come home to be doing their business, I know what happened in Onitsha then. In 1990 something, when they brought Operation Sweep, what they do when they were able to curtail the criminality in Onitsha, they double into the criminality. The Nigerian forces again go into the criminality. They move early morning around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Those people that came from the north, Boko, all this area with the Los Rosbos, immediately they take Okada to inside main market with their money. You know, they load money in a bako bag then. The police will stop them, search that their bag. If they see that this money is coming from somewhere, going to business, they'll drive into a police station. And if he's having 150,000 or 200,000 there, they're sure that he's going to give them 30,000 or 40,000. So it depends how they put fear on you. So this is what brings insecurity and makes some people run away from coming to Onitsha to buy things. A lot of factors that lead our people to move from east to other places this cannot be excluded, because people decided to go to the north so that the people will come and buy their business from there. Even in wholesale, even some people went to Benin, open wholesales, because people are not coming to Onitsha again. That's number one. So is there any means we will tackle this insecurity in our land? Because now we are not the government. So how do we manage it? That's my question. Then another thing I want to say, you said about our leader, Mazi Chinasa asked you a question about how far about the coming out of our leader. But he didn't clarify things in a way for me, the way I comprehend it is not clear to me. He didn't make a specific test that this is what we are going to do or this is what we have to do to make sure that our leader come out, but he just emphasized a lot of things that related to what hold our leader down. But he didn't make any point that this is what we are going to do now, or what we are facing now to make sure that our leader come out. Is that only on those court process, or we have any alternative? If it is possible, you tell us. If not possible, you can hold it within yourself. Then another thing I want to say.
Mazi, please, fast. Man,
okay,
sharp.
Fast. Okay. So you talked about the religion, how our people talk about religion. I know all of us, or some of us are born into Christianity and other things. But all I don't like here is that I don't like the media, our media warrior or whatever, coming on air to tackle each other based on religion. They should not tackle each other. Everybody is just like somebody preaching. You preach. If I like, a Jehovah person will come to preach. The Deeper Life people will come to preach. Catholic people will come to preach. All of them are preaching. Indian men will preach. So if you like the one that you like, you choose. But I don't like us to go into war because of Christianity or whatever. Everybody believes on what he believes and take it the way he take it. Thank you very much.
There were. Mazi Chinasa, please, if you can make it.
Mazi, let me make it very fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Mazi, let me start from her last issue. I think before she brought that subject, I clarified it already. I have talked to our people about that subject to tell our people that we don't. This is a very sensitive time. People should not, go into unnecessary arguments on religion.
Personal attack. Yes.
And it is not a personal attack. I have said that one on air. Then, secondly, he talked about when you asked about what we are going to do. He said I didn't make it clear, but I gave many explanations. I already made it clear. The one I want to make clear, I have made it clear. And I made it clear, I said, after I have told you about all the things that are holding him down, helping to hold his case down, I told you what we have to do. Protest, we're already doing protest. I'm not going to say we continue protest. Protest is a tradition for us. But what I'm saying is that based on this issue, the side they are using, that we are going to court with the GTI, we need to clear certain things also. And the media must continue to debunk that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not part of this criminal. We must continue to say it. We are not going to speak and stop. We must continue to tell the world. That is what we have to do now. It is very, very important. Protest is going on. There is no problem. But I'm telling you, the GTI issue is a serious issue. It is a very serious issue. And we have to take it head on. That's why I said we must be strategic. People must go out there to tell them that let the world know. We must present articles, information that must contradict. We must compel GTI to bring evidence.
There is Global Terrorism Index.
Global Terrorism Index. They must prove the research that how they did it, it was IPOB. They must provide information. That is why I said we have to be very strategic. That is on that one. I have made it clear. Maybe you were thinking for me to say, maybe on that side, you didn't get it. Protest is there. I can't tell you other ones, any ones that don't suppose, but this is the one for the public, that people must come out and exonerate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from those criminals, exonerate IPOB, because there they said IPOB, some are doing secession, peaceful, others believe in the other side. So we must let GTI to say, name those ones that are saying that are peaceful, that want it in a peaceful means, and name the people who are the criminals, who are killing, who made you to tag everybody as a terrorist. Because the IPOB, we can't go any places now. They say IPOB. You say, no, we are not the one. They say there is the one that is killing. You start to explain. No, you can't tag a whole people as terrorists. It's not happen. It doesn't happen.
There were Mazi.
And we're not going to accept it. Then finally, Mazi.
Go on.
The topic he brought, so that he will not say I didn't answer him. The topic he brought about the security in our place. Security is not only going to rely on the shoulders of IPOB, but we must be ready to improve. This IPOB or ESN you are talking, we are also ill-equipped. Remember that our purpose, our target first is staying in the bush. But through awareness, through covert operation to dislodge criminals, the ones we can lay our hands in, we continue to, until things will be. You are talking about it in 1990, we are in 2021. Man, no, people are no more carrying cash. Even without that, people are being kidnapped. People are being, I was saying somebody from Delta State, people are being kidnapped, taking money. Business must be going on. It's when people build computers, build things, sometimes they didn't know some problem will come up. But along the line, you will profile a solution to solve those problems. Things must be going. We must, like criminality start in any way, we must be bold. IPOB is here to follow it head on, because those things will start to go on when nobody is talking, when nobody is confronting them, when there are people benefiting from it that doesn't. For example, now these things happening in Imo State, IPOB have been on it. We're exposing them, the one we're doing, the one we're doing. ESN is catching the ones they are catching. If not, it is government sponsored. As they are coming, like I have said it also very clear, any state where our people will be molested, harassed, all these things, we will have problem with that state government. We are ready to confront anybody who is not going to give the room for our people to return and do business in our place. Criminals, we will not give them the chance. Things must fall in line. You cannot plan everything. People are we're not going to tell you the things we have already. One, if you come in Imo State, most of the criminals, we have identified them, and we will lay our hands on them if government refuses. Most of them who are doing this thing, most of them was already dead. Most of them have been killed by Nigerian government also. When we expose, some of them, IPOB have dealt with them also, the ESN, and some of them are still on the run. Some of them are still hiding. We continue to pursue them. But that should not be a reason that people will not come, they carry cash. Nobody carry cash now. We are talking about digital, like people are now transferring money online. People can pay for their businesses. Businesses in 1990 is no more businesses now. We must embrace, this is the problem. I was saying it when they talk about this cashless policy. Our people continue to talk about cash. A Fulani man, an Hausa man selling a reke, sugar cane, is using bank, is using POS. People selling pepper, onions in the north are using POS. Doing their business. People selling pepper are putting bank accounts. You buy him pepper, 2,000, 3,000, you pay him online. We must embrace these things. It is happening. That time nobody takes money. When they kidnap you now, they know they have kidnapped you. We know criminality will not stop. That is why we are pushing to be, at least, we are talking about also police that they are bringing from foreign. It is all, most of this, yes, our people, there are some of our bad eggs who will teach those foreigners how to do it. We do it like this. It is a matter of time. All of them will be brought down. They will be brought to book. But we cannot, because as we must make that move. Because I took a time here in the I got to tell you.
There were. Let me just take, I think, 2 calls that have been there. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi. I think Mazi Anayo, I think. There were. Thank you for holding on for 21 minutes. Go on, please.
Yeah. Good evening, Mazi.
There were.
Yeah, man, but that na moncho.
Ile ụwa niile na-anọ ihe ị na-ekwu, ọ bụrụ sọ mụnwa.
Okay, biko ka m na-asụ nsụkwa nke a n'Igbo otu si asụ. Ihe menụ bụ na abịara m ndị be anyị nọ na Lagos. Achọ ka ofu ajụ ka m chọ eju Chinasa Nworu ka m nwa ihe nwee ike ime na ya. Ọkụ gbara na ọmụma na-ayọ na-ekwu ya ka hapụ igbochi IPOB ọnụ ma gbochie redio Biafra ọnụ. Mgbe ahụ na ọkụ gba ngwaahịa ndị Igbo na Lagos, mụwa na-ayọ Chukwu Ọkafọ, Victor anaghị Chukwu Ọkafọ na-egbe akịrị. Unu anụ ife mkpu, etu a ka m kwuru ihe. Mgbe ọbụla ọkụ gbalụ shọpụ ndị Igbo na Lagos, ana m enwe akịrị. Ihe nji chọọ ka m kwuo okwu ebele a ga-edobo. Ka m gwa ndị Igbo ka o si wee dum na Lagos. Gwa Chinasa Nworu, enwe onye isi ndị afịa na Alaba International. Enwe onye isi ndị afịa na Trade Fair After niile ndị Igbo niile nọ ya gbanwesị ndị isi ndị akachi ama anụpa. Ọ ka mma that led ejelefa letter, warning letter, serious letter. Ya kwụsị inyezi encouragement ọkụ ndị be anyị dị na-alụ aja maọbụ ịka na-anọkwa na Lagos again. Maazị Jonathan, ị ma na ọkụ ọgba mbọsị anọ, ọkụ ọgba last week na Lagos. Zienụ mmadụ echi niile ya jee n'ebe ahụ ọkụ ọgba, ndị Igbo alụwakwagbo that place again. Anọ nke a na-asị kedu ka anyị esi wee nweta ego ka e wee lụọ ahịa ka ha wee nataba. Nwanne m nwoke nọ na Lagos, ọ nọ America, jee go swamp, 2 plot of swamp, wee na-ekpochie na-alụ họteelụ na ya. Ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos chọọ ịna today, chọọ ịrụ appears to any level, to any standard ndị Igbo chọọ ya n'ala Igbo, fa ga-arụ ya. Ama m ka Festac anụ wee kee Festac ụzọ na-abụọ, mmiri ntofu, ọ ndị Igbo mkpochigide Festac kpochie ya. Alabi International shọpụ dị na Yeruo 12 mgbe mụ ma na-ayọ Chukwu mgbe ya. Ndị Igbo mkpochigide Alabi International kpochie ya today, rụrụ n'aba na swamp, na-ekpu ya, na-ekponye aja dị ya. O wee bụrụzie na dry land na East ka ndị Igbo enwere ike ije tụọ 4 corners rụọ ụlọ ebe anwa. Ndị Igbo na-aghọrị onwefa. Ndị Igbo na-aghọrị onwefa, and I do very wicked and do stupid. I do very wicked and do stupid. Ọnwa onye pụta na redio, ọnwa pụta na Facebook na wee na-ekwu na ya ejekwa vote. Ọ na ya mara ife ịmanụ na Nigeria abụrụ sọ anyị nọrọ ya. Ọ na ya mara ife na Nigeria na ndị Igbo na ha ekwugbo Yoruba na nda Fulani ekwugbo na onye Igbo anyị ahụ president. Ọkwụ na-atụọla votu, ọkwakwa gbara na shọpụ unu ebe ọnwụ na ọkụ gbalụ shọpụ onye Igbo so far na ọhụrụ na Biafra land. Ana m akwụ ya ọsadebe for that. Ana m agụ campaign for that. Telu ndị Igbo amara ife, enwere ife Chineke na-achụ ime ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo ga-amụ ife by force. Ọkwa ife ọkụ na-agbanụ nke a bụ mbido ka ọ ya agba na Lagos bụ. Ọ ya na-agba ekpere m. Mụnwa na-ekpe ya na ekpere, ọkụ ga na-agba tiri unu anata by force. Ndị Igbo ya ana by force. Ada ya unu biko nọrọ na Lagos rugbu unu elu, pịaranụ họteelụ, rụbanụ 20 decade, rụbanụ ihe ọbụla unu ya arụ, rụbanụ shọpụ unu chọọ ịrụnụ. Mụ na anaghị otu kwukwu ọkụ gbara na shọpụ onye Igbo na Lagos, ana m adị happy. Teelụ sọsọ ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos ka e kolapsụ Nigeria. Sọsọ ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos ka anụ ha na ndị Igbo ana Nigeria ekewa. Unu nọ n'ebe ahụ maka na mkpuchi ama na eze ahịa Alabi International. So ka gisi ụmụ nwanne ka ha nọ n'ọkụ ka ọ na-agbari shọpụ ha maka na mkpuchi chairman na Balogu ka gisi ihe ndị jena bụ shọpụ ọkụ. Ebe ndị Hausa na-eme bụrụ dị chenji, a na-amụ ekwu ya ọkụ. Ebe shọpụ ndị Yoruba na Lagos a na-amụ ekwu ya ọkụ. Ọrụ n'ebe ahụ nkịta na-achasịkwa unu anya ebe ahụ.
Ndewo ahụtara m iwe gị otu a ka iwe ama m na ihe si na obi iwe nwanne otu a ka ọ na-adị. Ndewo. Kọla on Maazị Chinasa, nwere ihe ị chọrọ ikwu?
Maazị onweghị anụla m ihe o kwuru. Iwe ya dị, of course people have to express their opinion and we move forward. Onye mara asụ ya asụ n'ikwu, onye na-amaghị asụ ya asụ biri apata.
Of course. Ka anyị nyere n'onwe anyị aka, ka anyị wụkwa n'ọfan. Ọnwa anyị nwa ga-enyere onwe anyị aka, nothing more. Let me pick these 2 callers that have been here. Caller on, it will be the last callers, please. Caller on signal. Thank you for being there for 12 minutes. Please, may I sharp.
Mazi.
Ndewo.
Mazi Jonathan Udochukwu Kabia Madrege. Good evening, sir. This is Apostle Any Christ calling from my location. Mazi, please, there is one noise that is coming. I don't know where, but it's from your line. It's like an alarm, something. It's
Go on.
Really. Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, Mazi.
Something.
Please, just two things.
I cannot regulate it now. Go on.
Okay, no problem. Mazi, at the initial of this your program today, you said something about Ekweremadu in his prison. I said that he is even lucky that he's being jailed in abroad, in diaspora, no? So the prison is even different. But that is the end of Opanopoko Burunti Chiria. Then the second part, please, Mazi, I want to address to Ngwa people. Can I speak in Ngwa language?
Why? Can you not jump? Hey, Chineke.
Mazi ọ bụ ndị ngwala m dị kara ụkala anya asụna ndị ngwa adị tape m gafetara I came across a tape it's ngwa people. They were talking. Okay, what was he doing? Ejiwegwe na afia governorship ọnọrọ nga onye ọhụhụ oti ọbịabịa enwe na-ewe lọgada ịma ha mere keri maasị ndị aragbagbu okwu unu hụ unu nọ nga ada asụghị ashịla ọnụ unu ajụfụgo okezi ikpeazụ sị gịnị bụ ha ọrọtara unu how many years lọ chere Aba Abia steeti o ji abụ m hụ ụmụnne m nyara ejikwa anọ adị ụmụnne m dị ngwa mgbe ụfọ agaweda akọ rọbish ọ bụ onye ka obeka unu onye obeka unu ndị ụzọ unu nwere unu nwere ụzọ n'ime Aba ndị ishi mmadụ lọ Aba ya arịawa ahụ unu enweghị ụzọ n'ime Aba unu enweghị ka eji aga ụzọ Cross River Ekọta Ekpe na Obe eji aga bichi ọba dị ka ụka egbuo ndị otu eji aga okezi arụfuru unu ụzọ ndị ewe ụzọ eji aga naanị nri Ọnịcha Ngwa Hospital Nigerian Christian Hospital Ọnịcha Ngwa ndị Igbo ndị mmadụ dị ihe Aba ihe everywhere aga okezi arụfuru ụzọ ya aragbagbuo okwu anyị gbagbuo ndị niile nga esi na okezie mmere ọfụma asị m okezie he nọ na ya emetụrụ na ịdịdịghị onye ngwa ma obi ihe madam nwoke Alex Oti melewana omega na ịrụ Aba ndị Aba ndị ngwa unu gị nọrọ Ọgalama ịmara Ọgalama bụ ke ndị ngwa wefu na Ọgalama wefu na aka gịrịta ndị otule jiwa aka eto hafụ iyi aka enwe biko nụ hena m dị ka bụ okezi ikpeazụ abịa ta obi asị land ịrụ flyover gbasarawe enwere we moto aragbagbuokwa okezi ikpe ịchịchara ihe nga afọ ihere megbuo olu biko Maazị don't be offended asụchara m ya adị m shọrọ asụtara m ya taa o teela then I just want to say that Chukwu Okike Abiama is with our onye ndu. Yes, I thank Mazi that he has also given us some other reasons, clarifications over the reasons of their accusations on Onyendu and keep holding him. But no matter what, and in all, Aka Chukwu Okike Abiama, nke na-agba just the God that cut the bars of iron into asunder. He has already cut in their hands. They are just marking time. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will divinely empower and give health to our leader. He will live to see Biafra. And every genuine IPOB member will be rewarded, will be blessed in all of our efforts. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, the great name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Ise, Mazi, thank you.
There were. The last caller on WhatsApp, thank you for holding on. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Thank you for holding on for 5 minutes plus.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you. Actually, it's my first time in Radio Biafra.
Okay,
I'm very happy.
Go on, please.
I feel over the moon. So, man American no. Emana at times I say ekene no no. Mana man ekene onye kwotara akidi. Obi where they am or whatever. You guys are doing amazing work. You know. Oku Chinasa Nworu maka na efifi ọ na-adụ career. So even chọrọ alụ ndị wetere bụ ka anyị nwee journals like newspapers. During the course of my travel, I discovered now some of our people they want access to radio. No, if somebody call over, they believe on this junk, and these things have eaten them. So in as much as na radio now is spread which is very good because information we've had this man in Nona Finland will destroy many people. You watch and they follow this struggle for a long time. Under this guy hijacked, will destroy. In my workplace, I was able to de-radicalize one guy, a doctor for that matter. That this guy so I was able to do that now. The time in travel, a lot of people do to junk these guys now is selling to them. So when they encourage when newspapers, local newspapers.
Mazi Kamjukenegi in Anahem.
Yes.
Ndị a na-deceive with junks. Or newspaper ka eji deceive biko Kamjukene. Ka ndị ahụ nwere radio.
Malum, but some of them will even common. I don't know where they get information. But
no, Mazi, let me say this before you continue. I allow you to continue. You are the last caller. Our people, many of our people love gossip. Let me tell you, even just anytime you see a Fulani man, Fulani person, watch him, old or young. He has his small radio. People don't understand what it means. That is why I say we need to admire them. They understand the importance of getting real information, central information. Is a kind of advancement in civilization. I'm telling you. That is why I used to call our people that we are primitive. Because you will see our people, they have access. Instead, they use the data they bought inside the market, either watch the prank, they watch prank, or watch one thing or the other. Instead of tuning in to listen to even the radio, even if they have the radio, the FM, no. Because so you see that this is the core thing, is in the head. It's not about it's in the head. That is why many of them are guy user. Because here I go, I say, can you see today? One person put on wagam finish. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say ụmụnwoke na-agba egusi is the character of our people. Whether more doctor, whether more our people I like gossip, and that thing in him. That is what we are. You notice she radicalize somebody. That is what we are doing here too. You remove our people from that type of mentality. Mazi, continue, please. Continue.
Yes, thank you, Mazi. If you could, is mind-boggling with people. But so I just want to encourage you people, and yes, people give excuses. Why? My name will end up on a remote area, and when individuals who can buy into the idea, they be newspaper. Or go to drop here some praises about our information. I'm an class Indonesia evangelism, but like a compile, information. Na market, village libraries. Let them be picking up these things to help. So I don't have much to contribute, but I just want to tell you guys that you guys are doing an amazing job. We can't stop appreciating what you guys are doing. Whosoever listens to Radio Biafra, we gain knowledge by force. These people don't listen to this hallowed platform where gospel of redemption is preached. They don't. So I continue to thank God for Radio Biafra, because without this, we are doomed. Without this, we are finished. So I just want to encourage you. My name is Chukwubuogu. Chukwubuogu is from Nanka. Udo Dilono.
The Kwarage, you could go from Mandewo. Thank you. Thank you very much. As you say, you are a first caller, but thank you. Mazi Chinasa Nworu, I think we are going to continue into summarizing or concluding the program, please.
Yes,
So
yes,
that, yeah. So you continue, maybe you take it also to encourage, because as I said, our people should be listening. Our people like to give excuses, one excuse or the other, and I ask, all those bad information they are listening, is it from where? Did they read it in newspaper? Did they read it did they hear it in radio? No. It's the same thing. You know, when somebody, whatever you want is what you look for and is what you try to get. When people are not interested in looking for good information, anything febatrahanante, they don't research, they don't, that is it, nothing more. You know, researching. This is a problem that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu initiated this Radio Biafra in order to remove us from this type of mentality. Mazi, please go on and towards summary of your comments or program today. There we
Mazi. Mazi, as we have come, and Biafrans, we have come to the end of this program. Like I promised, I will do my best, and I will try my best to be coming at least weekly to make sure we continue to enlighten our people. But when we do not come, or a member of the DOS did not come on air, our radio hosts, they are doing a very fantastic job. Mazi Chinedu, Mazi I. Peters. These are prime platforms. People can always tune in, bring on your argument. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught us. And I can bet you, we have liberated our people from this Radio Biafra platform. And we know Biafra have not come, but every evidence, everything we have done is channeling and showing the direction that IPOB indeed has the capacity to restore Biafra. Things might not be clear for everybody now, but as things goes on and as things unveil, people will understand where we are going. To be at the helms of affairs of a very sophisticated movement like this at a time when the leader is also in detention. I continue to tell people, sometimes somebody can tell you, I have a movement. One thing everybody have to understand is that those people you are leading, you are handling something, in your absence, can those things function? If there is nothing more somebody can believe in this struggle, that in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB have consistently remained intact, irrespective of the blackmail, rumor. We know people will always fall apart, fall aside. From 2015, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was adopted in Lagos, if he did not build a structure, IPOB would have collapsed. In that 2015, he stayed almost 1 year, 7 months in the detention, and everything was intact. If the movement do not have a structure, it won't last. In 2017, when his home was attacked, another 1 year, 1 month, in his absence also, the movement was running. Now, 1 year, 8 months, the IPOB movement is still waxing very strong, irrespective of everything. The conspiracy, the plans to destroy this movement, it increased. People sponsored by government. People, they divided those that block the account to render the struggle useless. It didn't start today. They did it in USA. They thought when they seized the money in the United States of America since August 2021, They thought when they did it that that would be the end of IPOB, the end of ESN. They failed. We have also seen last year, they have also blocked the account, shut down account. All these things, is it for what? These are treasonable offenses. We have to know that. This is just that we try to keep silent. We try to hold ourselves. We are facing the enemy. And at the height of when we are facing enemy, people are locking the account. They are closing the account of IPOB worldwide. Account being used to run the affairs. It is, people should understand what that means. They said one of the things that collapsed, that helps the Nigerian government to defeat the Biafrans during the 1967 and 1970 Civil War was that a Biafran that Ojukwu handed over up to 30 million pounds to buy weapons to continue the fight, took the money and disappeared in the same United States, the same thing these people are doing today. And we got, with the reports we have, we heard that the house that man bought, the house also killed him because they said the house collapsed on top of him and killed him.
Why won't it?
And he's from Nnewi also. The Nnewi people refused, I think they said they refused his body to be brought home.
Of course.
Because of what he did. Today also, the people in America, a woman in America came up with IPOB money and froze and seized IPOB money. It is a treasonable offense. Some of them, we don't want to talk about it. But these are people, they deserve to be brought out in the community square for a firing squad. This type of people, the same thing we are seeing, the money Biafrans are contributing around the world. Somebody somewhere, a woman for that matter, with lies, and they have the guts to lies and the cost damages that are frozen. When you froze an account or when you shut down an account, or anybody who participated to shut down an account of a global movement like this, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? I want Biafrans to ask that question. Mazi, it's not that I'm dragging this issue, but I want to say something here. Let me tell you, in the United States, with the little we know, anytime you are being designated as a terrorist group, or they want to destroy any organization, do you understand me? Or they, like as they put us as a terrorist, do you know what United States used to do? Do you know what they will do? First, they will try to encourage nations. One thing is that they will try to crop the finance of that movement. When they do that, they encourage other nations to do the same. Are you understanding my point? The moment they did that, they will try to crop your finance. That is the first thing they will do. They will shut down the accounts. And when they do that, they now encourage other countries. They tell them, Maz, it is like what have happened to us. I want every Biafran, if you don't, you can write it down so that tomorrow you will say, Chinasa Nworu told you. For them, you may be thinking America will come to say you're a terrorist, even though they say, but with that report, and they start implementing certain things, they will make sure any support that is coming to that movement, they will make sure they crop, they will make sure they disrupt it, either by shutting down the account in any means they can. And when they do that, then another thing they will do, they will stigmatize and isolate that organization internationally. They will stigmatize you people. Try anywhere you go, they rubbish you people. They stigmatize. Just like you see what UK did in the case of Mazi Chinasa Nworu. You see how they rubbish it after our thousands of euros have been paid to that place. You see how they rubbish it? That is how other countries will try to rubbish anything again we are doing. This is a tactics. And again, what they will do, they will try to deter people from donating. Do you understand me? They will try to deter people and they will blacklist that name they are using for transaction. They will make sure any economic transaction, name of that organization, they will never allow it to be going through. They'll be blocking it. Then they will push in on public awareness. Public awareness. Public awareness. They are terrorists, oh. They are terrorists, oh. This is what they are doing, oh. This is what they are doing, oh. This is what they are doing, oh. This is what they are doing. When they continue to create this awareness, that is exactly what GTI did. They create the awareness. They have put, that is an awareness. Some of you are not seeing it as a danger. It's a very big signal. Then you know what again they will do? When they are creating the awareness, they will now send signals to other governments, sending signals about this organization. Take care of this group. Oh, then you people watch them very well. They are not going to talk too much. Just watch them very well. There are many in your country. Don't give them chance. So the moment they started monitoring you, they started monitoring you. That is one of the things that we must know. If we be able to understand what is happening, at least now I have said this and I have told you people 4 good points. The signs that they will push around. They will not come and talk about you. This is government. They will send signals. They will say, you see this name. You see, the things they have done to us, these are treasonable offense. I'm telling you, in the heat of our struggle, our leader under detention, whoever advised him or whoever that gave him this thing, they shut down on our account, seize all the funds. This is a signal to dislodge a movement. This is a signal to destroy this global movement. And what I'm saying, Biafrans, are you people going to keep silent? Is that the way we want this thing to go after our brothers have died? People that we told about the Biafra restoration, do you want to end this struggle that have taken lives of people prematurely? Because somebody has shut down our account, others have seized the money in the United States, and the struggle continue to move. That's why I say the hands of Chukwu Okike Abiama is in this struggle. Because if it is not Chukwu Okike Abiama, we won't be here today, because the enemy planned evil. That's are the signs. What else do you want us to explain to you? That every plan was to destroy the movement, dissolve the ESN. You dissolve the ESN, where would the men go? The men, they have burned their houses. The men that have never been to their homes for 1 year, 2 years. Where? Go where? Somebody will tell you, you people forget the struggle, everybody go home. And do you believe that? Because they want to hand over the struggle to the enemy. Anything you are doing with the public, try your best to be as honest and transparent as you can. So that even if your family want to take an oath on your behalf, they can be able to stand and take oath and say, my son, my daughter said this to me. Be truthful once in your lifetime. Everything in life is not all about lies and blackmail. Everything in life is not all about blackmail. Let me tell this, so that I will destroy. Not everybody you can destroy with lies and blackmail. Not everybody you can kill with your juju. Not everybody you can kill with your gun. Not everybody you can hold with women. Not everybody you can destroy with all your evil agenda. Not everybody. This is something Biafrans must know. We must know that we are in a very critical situation. Our leader is in the hands of the enemy. We must be very, very calculative in everything we do. Stop everybody that comes on social media and write nonsense. You people start to follow him. They are talking rubbish. The election has finished. Some of them have turned to now article writers. Some of them have nothing again to offer. Some of them now is trying to seek relevance. The election is gone. Those they promise, I will put you governor, I will do you this, I will do you that, is over. Again. If you give them time, little chance, they come up with other agendas. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Let us be focused. Continue to tell the world the illegal, the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the need for Biafra to have their referendum. These are the two critical points we must be telling the world. They must hear us by force. As long as I know, IPOB is on the right track. We are no more the time, come and tell us what you are doing on social media. We will not do it. Because this leadership witnessed the highest level of sabotage, this DOS. That people comes who call themselves DOS member will come inside a meeting. When DOS is having meeting, they will open the telephone line for a third party to be listening to the meetings of DOS. When the meeting is done, the people start gallivanting on social media. We know what DOS are discussing. We know, we have everything they are discussing. Yes. Fool me once, I'm a fool. Fool me twice, I'm a fool. But the third one, fool me that I'm no more. People that call themselves, because you want to destroy Chike Doziem and Chinasa Nworu, you want to destroy Tony, you want to destroy Abane. That is why, that is the height of any sabotage. These are the things. If Biafra have come, people do this thing, you catch them and execute them in the village square. This is the height of sabotage. That's why you see some of them, when Mazi Doziem changed the tactics of how he conducts his meeting, you see some of them coming on social media talking rubbish. No DOS meeting, because they were passing information to the enemies. That is why they want to know the meeting of the DOS. They want to know what Chike Doziem is discussing. And at a point, I asked one of them, I said, do Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come to you and take advice every decision he takes before he said, so now you want to equal Chike Doziem to Mazi. I am not equaling him, but he has the right as the leader of this movement to do any meeting, call anybody he wants, discuss meetings the way he wants it.
For the advancement of the movement.
For the advancement of the movement. You don't come on social media shouting, DOS didn't call meeting. If Chike Doziem have anything to discuss with you, he will call you and discuss with you. But they want the meeting, because when he calls you personally, if the information goes out, he knows who to catch. If Mazi Chike Doziem call me with somebody else and tell me something, the information goes out, he can hold me responsible. So that it will not be in a crowd. The information goes out, everybody denying, it's not me, oh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Even anybody who you are speaking with and he's recording your voice message as you are having a very sophisticated or a very, very secret or confidential information, he record your voice message to keep for tomorrow. Run away from that person. That person is evil. He's a betrayal. He's full of deception. I'm telling Biafrans now, you have to know that. If there is somebody you speak to, any officer you're speaking to, somebody record your voice. Don't talk to that person any longer. He's a saboteur. That is why you see one of those stupid ones, I don't know where he is. Anybody he call on telephone, immediately you cough, bam, he's recorded. Immediately he record you finish, he run and come to social media to make a program. Fools, saboteurs, parading as IPOB members, parading as their people agitators. Out of stupidity, they don't know the consequences of what they are doing. Therefore, dear friends, all we need is your support. Support IPOB. Support ESN. Are you hearing? One thing people should know, we want our place to be at peace. It doesn't mean Fulani are not being pursued on daily basis anywhere we found them. And they know. They know what is happening. But not every information comes to the public. We bring the one we want to bring to the public. We keep the one we want to keep. We have told them, this is famine season. They come, they die with their cows. No apology. We have said this thing on many occasions. Communities, invite the ESN. Reasons, let me say this thing on air so some of you will know. If you go and fight the Fulani people, you take your youth and fight the Fulani people. Tomorrow, after you fought them, the Fulani will return back. They will come and fight your community. But if Fulani knows that ESN step into that community and deal with those Fulani herdsmen, I swear they never come back. Because the first question they will ask them, these Biafra IPOB, they wear uniform, he said, don't go again. He said, don't go that place again. Yeah, that area is hot. They will all run away. But if you use your community voice after fighting tomorrow, Fulani come. Saboteurs are inside the community. Who will tell them it is our community people did it? It is this boy did it. Tomorrow they come and pick somebody in your community. Next tomorrow they come and pick this person. But when ESN steps in, because ESN na to Ajomo, ESN na to Fulani herdsmen. When they that is it. When they hear that ESN have entered this community, there are people who will tell them, if those people, this IPOB, they told them to leave the area, that these people will come, and they know we talk and we do. Community think this is a fight. He think it's a normal fight. We are fight. It is only a monster like IPOB and ESN can fight those people, not your small community. They will round you up. They will come and pick all of you. That's why we say, when the Fulani enter, make sure you get in touch with IPOB. For the safety of your community, for the safety of your youth, we enter there, ESN will enter. We will look and spot them. That is our job. That is why ESN is formed. Who is ESN? Who is ESN? You foolishly, your PG, who is taking salary from state government, and leave ESN, I get the Biafra here. He gather all of you in the community and go and pursue Fulani herdsmen. Tomorrow, they pass information. They come in the village, pick all of you. Every day he's coming. Release out is our youth. So, that before you understand, they transfer you to Abuja. You know, they are not already. It is famine season. We don't want to hear that Fulani. We are not everywhere, but the earlier you inform us, we will make every necessary arrangement to be in that community. We face the reality. We are not coming. We do this, we do that, we do. No. Inform us, because we are not covering everywhere. It is where it is happening, we move. If we hear they have come here, we move. We go there. We go and handle them. But one thing our people must engage in farming. We must engage in farming this farming season. Or danger. We can't have all those land. People are talking about hunger and food in their farmland. Mazi Chinasa, and we stop here as a G4, Ufala. Another day we will continue from where we stop. Once again, dear friends, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Mazi Chinasa Nworu is a member of the Directorate of State, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra. That's it for Umu Chineke. Mazi Chinasa.
There were Mazi. Thank you very much. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, we've had it all We will continue, we will never relent. It is a fight to win. No retreat, no surrender. That is it. That is what we are in. So for your information, what Mazi Chinasa Nworu has said is a kind of an eye-opener to you, so that whatever decision the leadership made and brought it on air, through memo, anyhow, as long as it's from the leadership, know that it is not ordinary, that they have checked it, because there are information that is available to them that is not available to you. You don't know. And the Yamadana Kaya, that is the thing. So not everything you start asking questions. That is why it's command and control. Because there are informations at their disposal, the reason why they take that decision. They don't need to start coming to explain. No. This is a movement. We are trying to restore a nation. It's not a Umunna meeting. We are not trying to restore a community. No. A nation. It involves many things. Many things. Therefore, we should continue being wise. Tomorrow, Nika Nkechukwu will be here also on Saturday, tomorrow, in order to continue on our religious discussions. So we must continue in it. And in this hallowed platform, this is where we worship. This is where it all started. We will not stop creating the awareness that IPOB is a global movement, legal or legitimate movement for self-determination. Nothing more. It is not for terrorism. We are not terrorists. It doesn't matter what Nigeria is sponsoring or paying, bribing. No. We must continue creating the awareness that we are not terrorists. We will never be discouraged, and our leader must be released. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, together with Mazi Chinasa Nworu, it is simply good evening.
Yeah.